All right, there we go. All right, I think we're good now. Let's see. Let's make sure we're live. All right. Let me check to see, make sure the sound is all good here. And, oh, Victory, how's it going? Let's make sure we're live.
Hey.
Hey, welcome to the stream. Always glad to have you. How have you been doing?
Yeah. No, doing good. Yeah, just I've been basically running the place for the past few days.
Oh, wow. Sounds like a lot to manage.
Yeah, basically, my dad went on vacation, so I'm having a staycation.
Oh, there you go. Looking after the house.
Yeah, so far I'm maintaining things well. Of course, it doesn't help that today was a pizza day, so
pizza time.
not much dishes to do.
There you go. Oh man. So yeah, what have you been up to? Been up to any Marvel related stuff so far?
Yeah, I did a rewatch with a friend on The Gifted.
Oh, hey.
Was one thing that I did. Of course, there was Werewolf by Night in color that I watched recently that came out for the stream. Well, not just for the stream. I would have watched it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Did you watch the color version, or did you watch the original?
Yeah, I watched the colored one. The original I watched like 3 times before. But yeah.
See what it's like in color. Yeah, was that cool seeing it in color?
Yeah, it was a good contrast for sure. Like I get the fan complaints about the novelty of the fact that it was black and white in the first place was good, but this was a good colored edition. It isn't like those ones where they do like a cheap conversion of just like, oh hey, we already did it in color from the beginning, so just release that. Like release it without the filters.
Oh man. Oh, yeah, that's I gotta have to check that out. Oh, Mr. Hatter, hey, speaking of the podcast, how's it going?
Did I miss it? Did we already talk about Jessica Jones?
Yep, it was a millisecond live stream.
Jessica Jones, and then I moved on. Yes.
Saying the word Jessica Jones, it was a novelty at the ages.
Yes, yeah, that's all the updates. Hello, Gordon. Yes, spooky season indeed. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Hatter, you're
Oh, good, because I wanted to see if Layla was going to be listening and or joining, because there was a particular part that I really wanted to touch on as I was listening to the audio drama that it made me think immediately. Let me see.
Hello, hello.
Hey!
Hello.
Hello.
How we doing?
Hey, doing pretty good. How are you?
I have been a busy bee today. That's how I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
Join the club. We got jackets.
Someone needs to tell me to stop. Someone needs to tell me to stop creating different web series. I really need to stop. I'm not going to, but someone should really tell me to stop.
Okay, stop creating TV shows.
Fuck you. Go away. I do what I want,
especially in Canada.
It's America.
Stop creating TV shows in Canada unless you actually say that they take place within Canada in universe. That'll be the only way that you're allowed to do it again.
Oh yeah. We're totally doing the Canada episode.
Canada.
God damn it.
Hey guys, I got an idea for a Canadian show. Why don't we shoot in England?
Oh shit! No, that's gonna be the great big Twin Peaksian reveal of my new show, Dream Shaper. It's gonna be like we're gonna get to the season finale, and it's gonna be like spoilers, but it's gonna be
Canada
like you were in Canada all along.
It'll be a Twilight Zone like episode to where they think they're like in America or something like that. It's like, no, you were in Canada.
Yeah, couldn't you tell by the fact that we actually had healthcare the whole time? Wasn't that fucking weird? That you should have been tipped off, man. But like you were like,
I mean, I figured it out the whole time, but you losers needed forever. Huh?
Didn't you ever notice every time you walked out of the hospital, you didn't have to pay for anything? Wait, what? Well, you're in England.
Yeah, and then wait, so then they're like, they look at you and they just go, sorry, fucking.
That was the person. They cover their mouths after they say that too.
Oh yeah.
Just
Sorry.
like, damn, I figured it out.
But actually, coming off of that, shameless plug time. I am currently, any voice actors listening, I am currently working on a machinima series using Sims 4 assets ported into Blender. I'm making a trippy sci-fi 3D animated series called Dream Shaper. It is about many things. It is about art. It is about mental health. It is about big pharma. It is about human cloning. It is about many worlds interpretation. It is about so many things. It is intentionally a confusing disaster of a mishmash of different ideas. But I'm very excited about it. And the casting call is ending Tuesday. So, if you haven't heard about it and you would like to get in, you're running out of time, but you totally should, because we have male roles, we have female roles, and anybody who knows I know that some people hear Sims Machinima and they're like, cringe, but I promise the community is really cool. And if anyone knows my writing, it may be Sims Machinima, but it's me writing it, so like it's gonna be a good time.
Wait a minute. This isn't a Sandman spinoff, is it?
No. It's completely original. It is completely original. It follows a writer who has a once successful novelist who has a mental breakdown and is institutionalized for a while. So
self-insert.
Not quite. I said successful novelist. So as a way to kind of ground himself and kind of try to get like back in touch and kind of like reorient himself, he takes the only job he can get, which is teaching creative writing. An advanced placement creative writing class at his old high school. And it gets weird and trippy from there. Does
the janitor that used to work there still work there and make fun of him?
He does. He does now.
He's the true antagonist of the story.
No, actually, the true antagonist of the story is his ex-girlfriend.
Okay, I told you no self-insert.
She's like a big evil, like a CEO, head of a mega conglomerate. It's great.
I'm so sorry.
I said no self-insert.
You think any of the women in my life are fucking like super successful either? We're all starving and dying out here. Seriously, any voice actors listening, you have about like half a week to audition. Please do. I know I'm incredibly biased, but I think it's going to be a great time. It's my first time doing like a big animated project like this, so I'm really excited. There is a trailer that you can watch to kind of get a vibe for like what we're like putting down. A little bit of jank in there, but I still think it came out pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited about the project. So yeah, please get in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in there, nice and good and deep.
Oh God. There's a Punisher comic. I think it's part of the Max series where there's some side character, and he's his arc is like all about like stepping up and being a big man, and of course he dies in the end because fuck that guy. But he like the Punisher's doing Punisher things, and he's off like fucking the wife of the guy who Punisher is like targeting the whole time, and
he was getting inside information.
Yeah. Very, very detailed. So there's like a scene where like he's like going at the wife, and the wife is like egging him on and like trying to encourage him to be like super masculine and cool, and he's like crowing aloud. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you the whole 4 inches," and I'm like, "Live your truth, King!" Like, all right, fuck yeah, dude. Like,
Alright, better stop self-inserting.
You just said fuck him, and then yet you compliment him.
Yeah, I mean, he is a piece of shit. You are kind of meant to think he's pathetic, but like,
He's
you know,
living his life. He's doing it.
yeah, man, like you can't hate him all the way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
He's,
You are a bad guy. This does not make you bad guy.
I couldn't remember where that was from.
dealing
Thank
with his
you.
grief about his wife and kids in his own way.
Yeah, and I think at the end, like Punisher, like throws him into a boat propeller or something. I could be way wrong.
Actually, yeah, I know what you were talking about. Actually.
Oh, you talking? Yeah, you know the story I'm talking about. Yeah,
I
it's
think so,
great.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so good. Man,
I
those
don't know where that panel comes from, but yeah.
those I have a lot of mixed feelings about Ennis Punisher. But I know everybody like sucks his dick over it, but I honestly I'm not as a big Punisher fan. I have mixed feelings about it, but his dark humor is great. Like his command of taking these horrible situations and just finding a way to both not compromise on the grit and the violence, but still make it fucking hilarious is man, I aspire to that. That's some great shit. Like,
Is it along the lines of like Robot Chicken having Darth Vader make puns every once in a while when he kills people?
no, I would say it's more organic than the Robot Chicken stuff. I think when
it's still on that same level to me.
well, you also don't like Punisher stuff, so you have a bit
No,
of
I don't like Garth Ennis stuff. I like Punisher
Okay, that's
stuff.
also fair. I actually have a lot. I can fuck with that a lot more. Like I can respect that opinion a lot more. Like Garth Ennis is definitely an acquired taste. Have you read Preacher though?
No, I've not
I
read
think
Preacher
I
yet.
have to.
I think that if you take Ennis away from superheroes, which he hates, so like,
Sorry, we're gonna have to take away your
him away from
toys.
there forever.
yeah, like if you look at his non superhero stuff, like if you look at Preacher, now it still has a lot of the sex and the violence taken to like an edgy, gratuitous degree because that's him, but. That's like, oh, this wholly original idea with like a real thesis to it. He's like trying to do a thing. You know what I mean? Especially if you have problems with, religion and fundamentalist right-wing groups and stuff like all that.
And if you're obsessed with John Wayne.
Yeah, and if you're obsessed with John Wayne is a character in Preacher. I don't quite know how he got away with that, but he pulled it off. Like,
Because the guy's dead. What is he gonna do about it?
well, it doesn't quite.
It's kind of the mindset everywhere right now.
Well, yeah. Look at fucking praise be to our AI overlords. Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, I spoke too soon.
Gets to come back in some way, whether they like it or not.
Yeah, oh man, Disney's like, it's free real estate. Now, eventually, Chris is going to replace us all with fucking AI. He's just.
No, totally not.
He's gonna
like,
be Kevin Feige 2.0 to where he goes up to like Hugh Jackman and he says, "We're done." When I say we're done.
He's got like hours of our voices. He's like, okay, like I can
I've already been
just.
training it. It's going well.
I'd say he has like about 50 minutes of me at most.
I love the podcast stuff.
The
Oh
majority,
yeah, god damn it.
the majority of
That's what I get for talking too much.
the majority of the Moon Knight audio drama is me like doing like an Alec Baldwin. So like I'm kind of fucked, man. Like
Was that what it was?
yeah, he's got my noir voice like fucking locked in, man. And
Oh, yeah,
and
more
Jessica
him as
Jones.
the Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
kinda see it there.
Yeah, of course. No, fucking Jessica Jones just came out, man. Eve is screwed. He's got her locked in, man. Like, there it is. Fucking.
Yeah, she's great.
I can't wait for hold on, I can't say that because that might be spoilers, and I don't think Layla's talked about it yet. But I know some stuff coming up in Jessica Jones, and I'm really excited about it.
Stop being a self-insert.
I was about to say that's probably why Layla doesn't come on here, so she doesn't get her voice stolen by Christopher.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I really wish she would though. She'd have a good time. Actually, is she in chat right now? She always comes
Yeah,
to
she
chat.
is.
Hi, Layla.
Okay, so I'm glad that you brought her up because I was going to talk about Jessica Jones. So I recently listened to Jessica Jones. It was great, but I immediately started thinking about I could not help it. But it was the part when they're investigating the people that they're paid to look into, and then like what's his name, Randy? He's like, oh, so you just used me for my dick, and then my brain immediately went to Fat Bastard from Austin Powers. It's like, oh, that's all I get for the night of hot sex. Dead sexy. You clap.
Yeah, like
Layla, if you're listening, immediately recast Randy for Fat Bastard, or just get Mike Myers.
just get him. Yeah, so easy. Isn't he dead?
Oh no.
What? Mike Myers?
Yeah, didn't he die?
No.
Again, that's not stopping anyone right now. If that was true.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I had a moment.
I mean,
was like,
he's old. He's not. He's still kicking though.
Okay, no, it's the same
I
thing.
checked.
Old, dead. He's fucking.
Basically dead at this
I mean, his comedy is pretty much
Oh damn!
We shall remember him well.
Basically dead. Wow.
Yeah.
Mike Myers and
the only thing that would keep him alive would be Shrek, and I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen any Shrek projects lately.
Oh, by the way, Christopher is a real one, and dropped the link to the casting call for my show in the chat.
Yes.
So,
the chat too.
yeah, dude, like, yeah, that trailer was so much fun to make. It took a long time, but it taught me a lot. I had a lot of fun.
I'll probably check it out at some point.
Yeah, there's a lot of. Well, Chris auditioned for a couple of the student roles, so that's gonna be.
I actually have like a project that I have yet to record, so I might fit that in.
Hell yeah, dude! Go for it! Go for it! Go wild! We have tons of auditions, but I want tons more.
He's also gonna make jackets.
Oh yeah, we gotta get the club going on. Does anyone else have updates to share?
Wait,
I guess like everyone here writes for the team, so I'm wondering if anybody else has.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, we got all the writers right now.
Yeah.
Well, not all the writers, but yeah, everyone in the.
No, you're right. We're all the writers. That's it.
Yeah. There's no one else.
10 names.
Yeah, I just mean that, like, including like the only people are in right now are writers. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, Victor, when the fuck are we getting the X-Men?
Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Like,
it's like George R.R. Martin with the fucking dragons. The man is like, it's coming.
Yeah, don't worry.
It is coming.
Don't worry. The X-Men are coming.
Extremely slow writer, like, I envy the Stephen King of like Shadow here. Pumping these out while I'm barely.
Well, so for me, I'll take the praise, but with an asterisk, because like Spider-Man episode 2 is taking forever, and part of that has been life has been miserable. But this is what happens with me. You either get what happened with Spider-Man episode 1 or Moon Knight Tides of Vengeance, which will come out sometime. We have to get around to talking about that, Chris. We have to make that happen.
Don't worry. Moon Knight is coming.
Yeah, more Moon Knight is coming. People ask for more Moon Knight all the time. It's fucking hilarious. But you either get me like hopped up on coke, being like fucking like, I wrote this big fucking thing in like 5 minutes. Here you go. And Chris is like, Jesus Christ. Or you get me like, fucking like, yeah, don't worry, Spider-Man episode 2, I'm working on it. It's like, bro, it's been 6 months. People are gonna leave. What the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, struggling. What do you want? Like, I'm sorry.
I don't know if you've learned anything from Sony, but people will wait out lines just for Spider-Man.
They will.
I hate encouraging their financial practices, but they were 100% correct at the time when they said that nobody gave a shit about anybody else except Spider-Man.
True, it's true.
Except Spider-Man.
I just finished another scene yesterday, so like progress is happening.
And I am more than halfway through. I will assure people of that.
I
am more than halfway through writing the script. It takes a long time. I'm an extremely slow writer and got like a lot of personal issues interfering with
Yeah.
my blockage.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard, and we're all doing this for free, so we don't have money motivating us. That's another thing. That's not a dig at you, Chris. It's just without a financial motivator, none of us are I have to finish this or I'm going to lose my house.
Exactly.
If I don't complete the X-Men, I will be hunted by Sentinels. Oh my God.
You have nothing left except Spider-Man.
Except Spider-Man.
No, dude, I check that video every once in a while, and it's every week there's a new motherfucker who's
Spider-Man.
"Hey, where's the next episode?"
Where's Spider-Man, please?
Yeah. I always have been hiding in the shadows, like the Morlocks. So now,
yes.
Something that you can do: set a goal for yourself to bring out the X-Men before Marvel Studios does.
That is actually my goal. That is one of my top goals for myself. It's just chanting to myself to get it out before they do. That is my top goal. I show them up in that way.
I guarantee it
took me years.
You are well ahead of them. I promise you. You are so far ahead of them.
Just go up to Kevin Feige once you release the X-Men episode. It's I win again in Flash.
Yeah, be I have. This is me metaphorically putting my dick on the table, Kevin. Just fucking here you go.
Take it.
Well, let me just pull out my big dick right here for a second.
Yep, and it's a movie-length X-Men script. Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Oh God, what's the fucking pen name that's used in the industry by people who don't want to take credit for terrible scripts? Is that Alan Schmitty? Is that the one? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think it's Alan Schmitty.
I don't know. Schmitty is definitely correct. I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah,
but yeah, Mr. Schmitty.
Yeah. It's just a call sign to fucking this is garbage. I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Poor Alan
Man.
Schmitty guy. I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, weren't you on set for No?
No.
Never get.
But didn't you?
It was all AI.
Yep. Oh, I don't know if we want to go down that road. Shit.
No.
They existed all the way back then.
Wait.
That was what those were for.
Wait a minute, aren't you Steve Bloom? No.
No. Oh God. Oh man. The discourse right now. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Twitter, but when did you guys see Wendy? Did you guys see Wendy Lee torching her fucking career? Fucking.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Setting her fucking career on fire. The English voice of Faye Valentine, Haruhi Suzumiya, fucking all this stuff. It's a disaster. Do you guys know about this?
What happened? No, please elaborate.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm gonna summarize this as best I can. If I get anything wrong, I don't know. Sue me.
Are we talking Wendy Lee with 2 E's at the end of Wendy?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
So, So Bleach is coming back. There's a new series coming out. 1,000-Year Blood War. I haven't watched Bleach in over 10 years, so I don't care. But that doesn't matter. People,
but it's coming back.
People like Bleach. People care about Bleach. Bleach is coming back. For those of you that don't watch anime, this is anime stuff. So Bleach is coming back, and there's a character in Bleach, much beloved, a dark-skinned character, Yororichi, and Yororichi was originally in the dubs years and years ago, voiced by Wendy Lee. Wendy Lee is a white woman. Modern sensibilities being what they are, I guess there was an attempt to bring in a black VA to voice Yororichi. And I think originally it was... Okay, this is the part I'm unsure about. I don't know if originally Wendy Lee was contracted and then they went, oh, actually, we're going to get a black actress. Or if... because Wendy Lee keeps talking about being recast, and I don't know if she means recast as in I used to play this character, they're not bringing me back, or if it was like she was originally brought on and then they rethought it and went, hey, we're gonna get this one instead. But they got a black actress to voice Yororichi, and then there was enough fan backlash that the studio, Crunchyroll, whomever, went, okay, we're going to take the hit. We're going to actually... This woman had already recorded for one whole episode. And they were like, we're going to actually bring back Wendy Lee. Which is oh, man! I don't know, champ! They brought back Wendy Lee. And then when the I don't know the lady's name, but she seems really nice. The lady, the black VA who was gonna voice the character, she posted on Twitter and she was like, "Hey, I was gonna voice this character. I'm not anymore. Thanks for all your support."
The one who's been recast.
Yeah. Like, the recasting has been recast. So shit, look at this. She was super chill about it. And then people were responding to her just super chill, not shit talking anybody, just being like, "Hey, that really sucks. I'm sorry."
What's going on with the internet?
Yeah. And then
It's supposed to be like this.
yeah, and then fucking Wendy Lee goes into the replies and is just being a snarky bitch, honestly. Just like fucking like, recasts happen. It's just part of the business. I don't know why you're all being so sorry about it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but it just got progressively more unhinged as time went on. She just started getting nastier and nastier to people who did nothing wrong, who literally were just being professional. And she
like she had any retaliation effort to be made. She got her job back.
Yeah, she got her job back.
She was winning.
all you had to do was smile and wave. Just smile and wave.
Yup, you literally just had to say nothing, and she just. I don't know what's going to happen now. There's been no like official statement made by anybody. I imagine there's a lot of people sitting in a room going like, Jesus fucking Christ.
What did you do?
What have you done?
She pulled a Rachel Zegler.
They're like, I'm so confused right now. I don't know what to do anymore. Christ. Oh, it's just so bad. But yeah, that's, because we're a community filled with voice actors. A lot of voice actors listen to these live streams. So I just thought it'd be fun to clue you guys in on what's been going on with that. But yeah. Yeah. Ooh, big disaster. Like there's still fun to be had on the dumpster fire formerly known as Twitter, my guys. Like, you can.
I hate the new name.
Actually, it's called X.
I can't.
I believe it's called I Will Get My Lawyer.
Exactly. Oh, Christ.
It's called Stay Right Fucking There, Elon. I'm calling my lawyer.
Yeah, right. Like, Victor's like, that's
my name. You wanted to forget?
Yeah, I've been Mr. X forever.
Since I was born. So,
I'm gonna dig up Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and be like, hey bitches, where's my money? Was it Jack Kirby who worked on X-Men originally? Or am I
yes.
Hold on. Was it? Okay, yeah.
Because I know that he definitely worked on Fantastic Four, but I'm more than certain he worked on X-Men.
Yeah,
X-Men #1.
It was the two of them that mainly worked on that one. Steve Ditko as well.
Yeah.
Across many of the books. So,
oh God, I had to fight myself to not get into a fucking Twitter thing. So because the whole thing of now it's cool to be like, Stan Lee did nothing. Stan Lee was literally just like a fucking cardboard cutout with zero talent. It's like, I don't buy that. I don't think he's literally responsible for everything either. But let's not be.
It's more a complex case of the industry thrives on this concept of the sole creator.
Yeah.
When it's far more complicated than that.
Well, and the problem is when you have people that are very quiet and introverted, and then you have a guy whose main skill set is being a carnival barker. Yeah, if you don't speak up,
which went over on the Stan Lee episode plenty. For sure.
Did you guys? Yeah. But
guy's dad, you can
as much of that as you can get. So
yeah. But
so the guy's dead. You can stop sucking his dick now.
Yeah, but it's so funny because the one thing you inarguably can't take away from Stan is the dialogue. So anytime you're shitting on dialogue or praising dialogue, that's Stan, my guy. The dialogue is him. So people who would be fucking talking about this dialogue and they're like, man, this dialogue's really good. Yeah. And it's
sometimes it's a double standard deal, all the time when it comes to writing and critique of writing in general. People have to play their standards to whoever they think is responsible to whoever they hate.
Yeah, absolutely,
I'm just
absolutely.
going, I hate this guy. So this guy that
Yep.
I don't like is responsible for the things I disliked about this production.
Yeah. Oh God, it's so.
It's
Well, bringing
like
it
the
back.
lighting.
It's so funny bringing it back to the Wendy Lee situation. It's so funny. It was something I saw a lot of a couple of days ago, and it really pissed me off. Was people going like, "Oh, now I can say that I always hated all of Wendy Lee's work, and I never thought she was."
What?
And I'm like,
Goddamn,
shut the fuck up. Oh my,
Retroactive nonsense. Yeah.
yeah, come on, dude.
That's like supporting the Democratic Party and saying, "Oh, I was with the Republicans the whole time. Fuck the Democrats." Blah 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 blah.
So whenever something slightly changes, it was actually a thing a couple of times with like our elections here too. Last time I voted.
Yeah, because you're Canadian, right, Victor? You're in the land of maple syrup and shit.
Yes, he is of the cringe.
Yeah.
He is of
They
the.
got alpha flight.
It's a case where like one was trying to like like badmouth like one candidate in the election, and she was nearly about to win until she did this. And, like things went horribly. Of like a whole bunch of people like voting for like turning things around after planning on doing so. To vote for a party that relatively like normally never really gets in very often, and like then got in. Like being badmouthed by this candidate, like virtually should not have done so. Like she was the one candidate that was not like cancelable at that point, and then did.
Yeah.
By her lonesome.
Yeah. Oh God, Jesus.
Like it was just like extremely dumb. And like why I waited like the last second when it came to like building up my entire research, basically pulling an X-Men writing when it comes to my election voting.
Okay, but Victor, serious question. What's her history with blackface?
She was a woman of color in this case, so that would not work unless we did the opposite.
All right, cool. Yeah. Gotcha.
So pour on the bleach.
Do a little Michael Jackson, and we'll figure.
Well, I gotta say this, Sonny. I gotta say, you don't knock it till you try it, because back in my day, you see.
Yeah, Mid-Atlantic is of course the default.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That's old people talk.
Yeah. Okay.
Radio voice.
Oh, there's Grandpa with the racism again. Let's get you back to bed.
Grandpa, come on, please. It's Thanksgiving.
That is like, probably the fairest criticism that we've ever gotten over here. We're gonna be known for that forever.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to poke fun about that.
It's all right.
No, you are not. No, you are not.
I'll admit, I'm an American, which means we're very self-involved and we don't know nearly enough about the world stage. So, like, the one thing I know about Canada is maple syrup. And Justin Blackface Trudeau. That's like the three things I know about. Oh, and hockey.
Oh,
hockey.
I was just about to say, you forgot about hacky.
Yeah, hacky. Yeah, of course.
Really, frankly, like maple syrup is just like the best thing to put on your pancakes and waffles. Like,
yeah, no, it's true. It is true. That is a
on like honey. Like,
that is true. No, that's a wonderful contribution. Like, your people should be very proud of their contribution to the world.
The United States of America
has helped the world more than we have.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Wait. What are you talking about? Of course we know about the world. Everything's America.
Oh God.
Everything.
Fuck. So Chris, what's coming down the pipe? We got
nothing.
Canceled. No, nothing. All of it's canceled. Oh shit. Okay, we're all gone. Okay, goodbye.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
It's all over.
Yes, we've got.
It's over. Go home.
What are you? You're still here?
I got.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. yeah, we've got some more Jessica Jones coming up. We're gonna be starting casting after we finish up casting for Angela, which is our current project. I think it's done in 3 days, 2 days. I forgot exactly. Even told me
Hell
like
yeah.
a day or two ago, and I forgot what what day it was. So, but we got some
Relatable.
got some amazing auditions there. It's gonna be sort of a spiritual sequel to our Avengers project. So there we go. That'll be fun.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's sort of in the same vein.
Is Jessica Jones going to investigate in the Avengers?
Oh no, not this time, I'm afraid.
Damn it!
Write that down. Write that down.
My Avengers scandal.
Who's paying Captain America?
They're on the take. I know it.
Yeah.
No, he's secretly a Nazi. Didn't you know?
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, did you see that comment?
Hail Hydra!
Hail Hydra.
Yeah, it's official.
I mean, yeah, now it is.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes, we got more Jessica Jones. We're gonna cast that very soon. That'll be fun. Exciting episode 2. Of course we got Avengers. We've got some lines in so far. I think we have like, let's see. I'm not sure how many lines we have in. I think it's probably. I don't think it's quite 10 yet, but I think it's close. This is not the right channel. All right, wait. That's why I can't find it. We've got like. Wait a minute. We've got. I think about 10 lines. We've got. Some pretty cool characters. We got. Not Valiant Shadow, but Shadow Gaming. She's freaking insane. She like stayed up until like 3 o'clock, like recording freaking She-Hulk lines back a little bit ago. And, there's a lot of lines. Too.
Vacation, man.
And she, I think it was the day of, or it was either the day of or the day after, but she like sent in her lines for Black Widow like so fast, and she's like. I combined 2 scripts. I combined the Black Widow date night script and I combined the Avengers script. So the first 10 pages are the Black Widow script. Well, it was the first 8 pages. The Black Widow script, and she's the narrator of that. And she's just like, "Oh, here they are." Like, oh no, like what? So that's.
It was curious to me, yeah, of how I saw Black Widow lines first.
Oh yeah. That's it sort of serves as like not really a prequel, but I figured since there's characters that are in both, I was like, oh, just combine them. Yeah. So there you go.
Very clever.
Yeah, and since one of the people that's returning, Steven, he plays Loki, and he plays Fandro. He's also a character in that script too. So it's like, oh, just make it easier for Steven too. Like he's got, yeah. There we go. Add more to the pile for Steven. But yeah, we've got that. I don't actually have an image for Punisher to show us. I just had a call with our Punisher writer John, who's amazing. And yesterday he was just like, I was talking to him about the progress on episode 2. We're working on episode 2, and we've got 3 out of 8 pages left, or 3 out of 8 pages edited, so it's been fun so far.
Nice, very nice.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so looking forward to that. We've got some amazing performances by Mr. Bozlinski right here, of course. And,
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Yep.
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see Valiant Shadows into Punisher scripts.
Oh man, I would love to write Punisher. I like John a lot. But I'm really fucking mad at him for coming in and putting his stamp on Frank Castle first. But there might be some other no spoilers, but we talked about it, or Christopher and I have. I have to talk to John, but there's some ways we might do some things. We have plans. We have thoughts. We'll see what happens.
Yes,
I had a thought. I got to get John to sign off on it, but if it happens, I'm pretty excited about it. So
yes. I hope it does. I think
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yes,
it's a long ways off, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was his plan all along, or if it was my constant bitching about like, hey, you know what? I really hate the fact that the Punisher is a fucking Vietnam period piece. What are you doing, John? Like, we have this whole wide universe, and you're like, yeah, but I'm a military guy. I want to write about Vietnam. That's great, John. Thanks,
John.
Well, it's when he originally said, so I personally found it quite clever.
Oh, yes.
I'm
John.
sorry.
That was actually a thing with the show, was that like in the Punisher, it was in Daredevil before.
Yeah.
like his backdoor pilot of that show, where like he ran into a veteran from Vietnam,
Yeah.
and like Frank was currently like in the MCU, at least in his like Marvel sliding time on origin in Afghanistan instead.
Yeah.
That was like a clever reference there,
Yeah.
like how he's interacting with someone who had gone through his previous origin.
Oh yeah.
that's
I
pretty
just hate the Netflix Punisher. I hate like everything about it.
That's fair.
Do
In
you
certain
hate
ways,
the
yeah,
Netflix
like-
Punisher, or do you just hate Netflix's Punisher but like him in Daredevil?
I do not like John Bernthal as the Punisher. I hate everything about him. I think his oh god, oh my god, sorry, quick
You better buckle up, boy.
I just saw a Shane. Let me tell you something. Supercut the other day. Like it was like 5 minutes long. It was hilarious.
Ever get tired, Red?
But no. I respect the hell out of John Bernthal as an actor. He's clearly a wonderful actor, and
He's amazing.
his ability to be intimidating, his physicality, those are elements that I really like. So I guess I shouldn't say that I hate everything about his performance, but I hate most of it. I don't like his aesthetic. Like, I don't think he looks like Frank Castle to me. I don't like his voice for the character, and I don't like the writing for the character. So all the things that really matter when adapting a comic book character, I fucking hate. I don't hate John Bernthal. It's not like a bias thing. I just don't like any of the choices they made. To me, my ideal Punisher would probably be a combination of Thomas Jane and
That's what really likes Thomas Jane.
yeah, Thomas Jane and Ray Stevenson, I think, who just died. Rest in peace. Like, there were things I liked about both their portrayals. If I could take those two gentlemen and like smash them into one performance, like yeah. And the Punisher show, they clearly were uncomfortable with the character they had. At least that's the vibe I get.
I think I bitched about this before, but it feels like they were writing Wolverine, not the Punisher.
Yeah, and they didn't want to write a Punisher story. So
they didn't want to write Punisher.
They contrived a whole fucking story about like, oh, his military background, which to me is the least interesting thing about the Punisher.
Yeah.
By which I mean,
it occasionally comes up, but like, it's not like the biggest.
Well, because then he's just a Marine. Like it's just a story we've seen a million times. Like, the Marine like investigating corruption back from his old army, or his old. I almost called a Marine a fucking army, but like a fucking back from his old military days, and it's like, okay, that's so boring. Please, the contrast of what makes the Punisher compelling is having a Marine like bringing righteous bullet-laden wrath down upon a fucking domestic, fucking like a mafia family. That's what it's fun because they're so wildly outclassed.
The most interesting part of like his military world is like, sometimes occasionally a threat from military life will interject into his Punisher life, but like, it's an occasional unique thing to spice up a story.
Yeah. Like flashbacks are cool. Or there was an arc that Ennis did that I actually really liked, where a military unit, I forget why they did it, but like it was like we should take it upon ourselves to go to New York and like take down Castle because like he's like an affront to like what we do, and he's been like running unchecked, and we're all a bunch of Castles. Essentially, in terms of our skill, so we should just go and
how hard can it be?
Yeah, right, exactly. Famous last words. How hard can it be? And they're like, and he won't kill us because of his moral code, but we don't have a problem about hurting him, so we should just we can fuck this guy up easy. Spoiler alert. It doesn't work that way.
You're dealing with Ennis Punisher, so that would be a first mistake.
Yeah, well,
let's just go kill the guy that's continuously killing bad people like for how many years?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not like, Ennis's Punisher is actually a lot more sympathetic than people give him credit for. There's this idea that Ennis's Punisher is like this big psychopathic like monster who has like no feelings and no emotions. But if you actually read the book, the entire time it's Frank going like internally like I'm a monster. I'm like I'm irredeemable. I don't care about people. I have no feelings. I'm dead inside. And then externally it's him like fucking being pretty heroic like all the time. So he's just in denial about his own humanity, and it's like probably as a defense mechanism.
Well, he's not a narcissist.
And it's his own like self POV on his books with superheroes, but
yeah.
Then he'd be a contradiction of his own values if he truly believed that he was the bad guy in his own self-inserting type way.
Exactly. No, it's interesting. It's like clearly he's like the character is like protecting himself, by like fucking not acknowledging his own But no, it's not that like, oh, he doesn't actually have morality. You guys are fucked. It's because then I wouldn't like that book. I hate that shit. But it's like, no, he's just that good. Like he's been doing this for decades. Because in the Max series, he's like 60 something, and he's still alive. Yeah, you guys are fucked.
The whole hitting all the hair dyes.
Up until it's funny. He's got a remarkable command of that hairline for somebody as old and as weary as he is. Oh shit! And how he maintains that muscle mass as a 60-year-old man, I don't fucking know. Because Max Punisher is huge. I don't know how he does it.
I mean, I think that's more just a general thing in the Max books. everyone is just super old.
Yeah.
Also super young at the same time. Just has both ways.
Like my grandfather, bless him, like keeps a rigorous workout routine, but he's like 80 something. Like he's all kind of shriveled up. He would still like. He could probably one-shot you, but like then he'd need to like lie down for a while. You know what I mean? Like fucking like.
I think you're missing a major detail. There's a major difference between 80 and 60.
No. Sure. But I was more just trying to like say
in
that
the
like
60 range though. Those are like rare numbers of muscle mass to gain.
Yeah. That was more my point. Yeah.
Individuals getting to that level.
Yeah. But no. And his Punisher is great, just not for the reasons that a lot of people who say they like it, like think it is. If a Punisher fan tells you that they like the Ennis run, you can set your watch by it. What you want to stay away from are those people who are like, I hate the Punisher, but I fucking love the Ennis run. Like, okay, don't listen to anything they have to say. Their opinions don't matter.
It's a complicated relationship when it comes to Punisher fans.
Sure. Yeah. Look, but the Slavers, we all agree. You read the Slavers, and you're like, okay, Punisher did nothing wrong this time. If you have to give someone a Punisher book to read and they've never read one before, have them read The Slavers, because that is the hashtag Frank did nothing wrong book. That's also the one where some of the best Punisher kills and the best Punisher memes come out of.
I heard those Punisher memes.
Well, that's the one. Looks like it's time for a sustained and brutal beating. That's the one where Frank throws a human trafficker against a bullet-resistant woman. He throws a human trafficker against a bullet-resistant window until it fucking breaks.
Can't read bullet-resistant woman now.
No, now I want to see the alternative version to where he's hitting him against a bulletproof woman until she breaks.
Oh no! Okay, so what's funny is the trafficker in question is a woman actually, so
he just hits her against another woman. Until she breaks.
So here's the funny thing is, so a lot of those like panel posting groups, they'll post just the panel where Frank like throws her own words back at her, where he says like, "What's the problem? I'm bigger and stronger than you. That means I can do whatever I want, right?" And then grabs her terrified and just like starts with the beating and the killing. And so people will post that, and you'll get a lot of people who come in and they're like, this is really gross. This is why I hate the Punisher. Fuck the Punisher. This is so misogynistic. This is so horrifying.
He hates women.
And then people provide the context, and they're like, oh, yeah, fuck that bitch. Like, Every time. It's so great.
You know, that actually reminds me of a comic book that came out a while ago. It was for Darth Vader, and there was like this there's this woman who
I
was
know
like
what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
Yep.
so there's this woman in the Empire who is obsessed with Darth Vader. So she's like daydreaming about Darth Vader and whatnot, and then she goes up to like confess her love for him, and then like he's just like listening to this, and like out of nowhere he just like fucking kills her, just like runs her through with his lightsaber. He's like, get this fucking trash out of here. And then like people are like going off. He's like, oh my goodness, how could Darth Vader do this? He's like, because he's Darth Vader. He doesn't.
That's part of a larger issue. I was actually talking about this on the Dumpster Fire, formerly known as Twitter, yesterday, I think it was, where I was lamenting how like I think this is a generational thing. This is a problem we have in society right now in the arts. People are very uncomfortable when villainous people do villainous things.
I was about to say, like, did they forget that Darth Vader was the villain?
Yeah,
He's a pretty ruthless dude.
So bad.
I'm the one who like loved his entire heroic arc in Clone Wars, but like you know, I still recognize he turned evil.
Bad
Like,
boy,
Yeah. Like it's
a whole 20 years.
Yeah, dude. Like that was the idea. Like, you know, he bad boy. He do bad things.
The fucking author apologized for it. He's like,
I'm sorry for
are you
making Darth Vader bad.
Howard?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I will say that might have been who was the writer for that?
Forgot. Let me look it up real quick.
Who wrote that Darth Vader comic?
I did.
Track him down.
And I apologized for it.
No, it's more like because I stay pretty plugged into comics, so if I know who the writer is, maybe I'll be like, oh, but that makes sense. That's kind of on brand, you know.
Yeah.
I have raged about Spider-Man too much for Marvel to ever hire me. So it's like you know, my dreams. I would love to get the money together sometime and like commission a comic book though. I'd love to do an original graphic novel. It's my dream.
I'd buy that. I'd buy all.
I have so many ideas. I would love to break into comics, but that requires so much money that I do not have. I wish I knew how to draw. I've tried for years.
Poor does stop a lot of my dreams too.
ADHD makes it very difficult to learn to draw. I've been trying for years, but when it's when it's like clinically difficult for you to form habits, it's a real problem. You know, I'll go strong for like a week and then
Then it just all crumbles.
Yeah. So, you know, 10 years of trying off and on, I could still barely draw a fucking cube, you know? What do you I need money! I need money to make comics! Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll draw the...
That's true, yeah. Got a lot of amazing work already so far.
Yeah, just based on your work. I don't know. Like, there were people who were commenting on Spider-Man the audio drama, and they were like, "Why can't the comics be like this? What the fuck?" And that was the most gratifying like thing to read. I will say. Yeah. Oh well, that's.
I mean, it's kind of a second point that you're at, that the comics are at right now to like make that comparison. But
like it's not like I'm competing with the JMS run. I will say if I didn't
SWAT or anybody
if I didn't hate the last 20 years of Spider-Man comics, although
it's like the last great Spider-Man.
Well, shout out to Nick Spencer. Nick Spencer gets a lot of crap, but I think that was a good run. That was mired by editorial interference. He was trying. That was good stuff.
Okay. I think I found it.
You found it?
I think so. It says written by Dennis Hopeless Howlman.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I maybe he got married recently. I only know him as Dennis Hopeless. I don't know much about him. I don't know how prolific he is. So it might have just been a thing. I've heard his name, but it might have just been a thing where they were like, thank you, Kira. Listening to Spider-Man the audio drama gave me my written Peter Parker fix, which I haven't gotten a while in the comics. Yeah, because the difference is I actually care about
Who dares?
Spider-Man, so that helps.
Right.
But I don't remember much about Dennis Hopeless. I gotta see if I know anything else he's written. Hold on. Except for that Darth Vader comic.
How's it going, Kira? Welcome.
Hello, I'm doing fine. I've been working on stuff and listening to auditions for things possibly related to this deal.
That sounds really fun, yes. Good stuff.
Anyways, I don't want to intrude on the current conversation. I'm going to be mostly silent during this. I figured I'd contribute what I can.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, all good. Yeah. Always glad to have you.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wrote like some fucking X books and stuff, and I guess he wrote the Spider-Man series or Spider.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was the one where she's pregnant.
How was that? I haven't read that.
That's yeah.
You know, I
recognize that.
absolutely love it when superheroes get pregnant and decide to do superhero stuff while they got a baby in their tummy.
As long as the story deals with it. Did the story acknowledge it that was a problem and then deal with it? Like do something interesting with it?
I don't really remember. I honestly, if I'm remembering correctly,
I think
which I'm probably not. If I'm not,
I only recently got the full book for that one, so yeah, I'm gonna probably read it eventually.
It came out in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's also so here's my other caveat. I think it worked in Into the Spider-Verse or not into the across the
Spider-Verse. It was across the Spider-Verse where she was introduced.
Yeah, across the Spider-Verse. I think it works because of the tone. Because in the context of this story, you can be certain that nothing bad is going to happen to Mayday. Yeah. You just know it inherently.
Oh no, it's not Mayday that she has, I think, but yeah.
No. But I'm saying the concept of a hero having their child with them in danger,
you're talking about Peter Parker. So
yeah. As a point of comparison, because I'm fucking
Hollywood does not have the balls to pull off an Aquaman.
Well, I also don't think it would just be.
I think Hatter, we might need to wait a few months on that one.
I will place money on this. Hollywood does not have the balls to kill Aquaman's children. I will bet money on it right now. There's no way they're gonna have Aquaman's baby die on screen.
Well, maybe off screen.
No way.
I for sure are gonna kill Aquaman's baby off screen.
No, but here's the thing, right? If it happens, it's going to be an off-screen death, and then Aquaman's going to show up on-screen baby, dead body. Totally, no gore, no marks, no anything. It's eyes are closed. He's like, "Well, oh shit, it's dead."
Almost looks like it's
Poke it with a stick.
A Finding Nemo type move here. That's what's gonna happen.
That old, I think it was a College Humor skit where it was Batman. What do you think happens to these people? And it's they were asleep. Oh, and Batman. Oh yeah, they were asleep.
They go to a farm.
Yeah.
Oh, that brings me back. Holy shit!
This is a gun.
There was a loud bang, and then they went to sleep.
Batman, what do you think happened to your parents?
Yep.
They go to sleep, just like me. And then they...
God damn it. Christian Bale's a wonderful actor, but I hate that he ruined Batman discourse forever.
Oh my god, when I went to go see the premiere so this event was really cool. But we my brother and we went to see The Dark Knight Rises, but they were playing the first two movies before it. So it had a marathon in the theater. So we watched The Dark Knight Rises, and I kid you not, I never felt so much physical cringe in my life, as my body was tensing up when you hear, "What's the where is it? Where is it? You want to give it to an ordinary citizen?"
Especially by the third one, where he's having full conversations in that voice.
I know.
The first worse by then.
The first
by the first one, it's just casually.
Yeah.
I loved it.
He also
his
just
Batman
talks
voice
normally too. Sometimes,
yeah,
his Batman voice.
I loved his Batman voice in Batman Begins. That was actually
it's
something.
Also, why Batman Begins is my favorite in the series. Don't ask.
Yeah, it's that was it is the best one. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I thought I was alone.
Oh, definitely.
His Batman voice in that first movie is top tier. Yeah. I genuinely think it's amazing. It's perfect. I remember as a kid being that is a perfect. That sounds so cool. Yeah. And then he ruins it in subsequent movies. And I actually
we like it. Go overboard with it.
I actually, well, no. So it was his choice. He's actually talked about this, and I actually have a real issue with it as an actor now myself.
I just wonder, that cannot be good for their vocal cords. Why would you willingly go for that?
Well, so he said, and I actually, this offended me. He said that the reason he did it was because he couldn't justify, he's the only way I could justify a grown man going out in this costume and like, doing this like fighting these criminals was if it was almost like he became like an animal. So I had to like go primal it, and I'm like,
Christian.
oh my god, dude, shut the fuck up. Oh
Well,
my
yeah,
God.
no,
literally.
Like,
well, now I know what.
became less of a figure of the night throughout this trilogy.
yeah, because that also means that he couldn't fucking get into the character. That's the issue. Because that to me is that he couldn't embody Bruce Wayne. He couldn't connect. He had to like bring something else like into it to fucking make it fit his vision. And I'm like, ooh, that's dicey with an established character like Batman.
You know what? Now I know exactly what Gorilla Grodd should sound like.
Yeah, there you go. Christian Bale, your time has come.
I mean, David and
I'm a gorilla.
Now have Christian Bale like voice Gorilla Grodd with the Batman voice saying the like Barack Obama scene from Legends of Tomorrow.
I think it's really is. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Barack Obama
have
Legends of
Christian
Tomorrow
have,
with the Arrowverse.
have Christian Bale do his Batman
went back
voice.
in time in
Like
order to
Gorilla
attack
Grodd,
Barack
yeah.
Obama.
Okay. Because 1 minute we were talking about Gorilla Grodd, and then we were talking about Barack Obama, and I went,
this happened. This happened in the
I
scene.
can see that happening. In fact, it's happened a few times. I moderate the Arrowverse wiki, and that gray area has happened more times than you can think.
You moderate the Arrowverse wiki?
Yeah, I do.
Doing God's work.
Do that.
Doing God's work. Thank you.
No problem.
If
why
I
I'm
could
late.
dish out if I could dish out my shittiest comic book movie opinion, and it's related to the Dark Knight trilogy, it's that I only like Batman Begins. It's the worst opinion I have.
Fair.
You're walking on thin ice, bud.
I enjoy scenes from the second movie, and I enjoy the third one not at all.
I enjoy scenes from The Dark Knight. I just don't enjoy the movie as a whole because the last two movies especially, though it is a bit noticeable in the first one, they're just so ashamed of the fact that they're comic book films.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They just want to act like they're not comic book
City
films.
is basically Chicago.
Yeah. Fucking Christopher Nolan wanted to make a vigilante movie, and then Warner Brothers was like, "How about we put bat ears on him?"
You have to make Batman. You have to make Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. If he had only made Batman Begins, I feel like his legacy with that would be totally different. Like,
100%.
Ooh, imagine this. So he only makes Batman Begins, but then Matt Reeves picks up and directs The Dark Knight.
oof.
Okay. I can deal with that. I think
Yeah,
that's a
He
good
was in the
idea.
middle of like Planet of the Apes at the time.
I don't care.
I'm overworking him, but I think you could probably do it.
I really enjoyed. I don't think The Batman is a perfect Batman movie, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm kind of sad because I feel like we're not getting the Batman 2. I know they say we are. I don't believe it. I don't think that movie's coming out.
I completely agree.
fucking hope we do. I fucking hope we do because the first movie means a lot to me on a personal level.
Well,
that was great.
I don't understand it, but like for some reason, it feels like to me from when I went to go see the Batman, it felt like the closest thing to like comic accurate Batman. It wasn't exactly it, but it felt like close like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There were huge elements to it that I felt like really hit the mark.
It's like Matt Reeves, he understands Batman.
I want to find every person who bitched about oh god, I'm blanking on the actor's name. Someone help me. Rob Pattinson. Everybody who
it's a
bitched about
Robert Pattinson.
Everybody who bitched about Arpad's fucking portrayal as far as Bruce Wayne goes needs to be beaten to death. I hate that.
Oh yeah.
It's like no, he hasn't. First of all, the super playboy Bruce Wayne never existed. He's a fiction. And he hasn't created that yet. That is not a tool that he has decided to incorporate into his arsenal yet. I guarantee you that if part 2 comes out,
he's gonna do it.
Like it's a Nolan thing that people still have in their minds that like Bruce Wayne is his real self in some
Well, no, but
capacity
even
of
in
it.
and that was annoying. But even in that movie,
He creates it,
douchebag Bruce Wayne was a creation.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he
Yeah, yeah.
literally, like you know, like
The
he
audience
literally-
didn't believe what the hell that they were even being sold, and now they somehow believe that in a misconstrued manner.
yeah.
The,
Well,
the only Playboy Bruce Wayne I will ever accept is from George Clooney.
Yeah, because he's playing himself.
Yeah, he's just playing
Away.
George Clooney. Like,
I'm in the hospital
He was so good, he came back.
yeah. So I haven't seen The Flash, but I heard about that. Is it George Clooney at the end?
Yeah. So
It is
yeah, like
indeed
after.
George Clooney.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me add some context real quick. Okay, so after Barry, oh my god, this was so stupid. Okay, so after Barry realizes that, so the way that he changes the future and ends up in a different timeline is that he so his dad went out to buy tomatoes so they can like make like pasta, and then like as that's happening, we don't yeah
I removed
okay
the tomatoes.
yeah. So we don't know as an audience whether or not that was a reverse flash or not. The point is that his mom dies, but he thinks that if his mom got tomatoes because the dad went to go out to the store to get more tomatoes because she forgot it. If they just kept the tomatoes, then everything would be fine, and that's how he ends up in the alternate timeline. He goes back, makes sure that his mom doesn't get the tomatoes, and then lets things happen as they're supposed to. However, at the very end, we find out because there is like footage of his dad being at the grocery store where we don't see his face. He changes it to where the tomatoes are up on the top shelf to where the camera now sees his dad's face. So now they have proof that he did not kill his wife. However, because of this, he is now in another timeline to where George Clooney is Bruce Wayne.
I prefer to actually think of it as like Ezra Miller's Barry Allen just changed the timeline to trap himself in the Schumacher verse.
Exactly. This is his penance.
Hatter, I have listened to everything you have just said, and I need to tell a little story. So,
Oh no.
I am a child of the '90s, and growing up in the '90s, we used to say the R slur a lot. When I was growing up in the '90s, because it didn't have the same connotation, then that it does now. And as I've gotten older, it is a little difficult to extricate myself from that. But I've tried more and more, especially now that I work with that population. I'm a direct support professional in my day job, which is a funny phrase because I work nights. I've really tried. I've tried to like extricate myself completely from using the R slur. But I just listened to that story, Hatter, and it has been a very long time since I've wanted to drop the R slur so badly in my entire fucking life.
Ms. Obama, get down.
Hi, I'm neurodivergent. You have the past ones.
He's pulling it out of the box.
As a fellow neurodivergent, I don't need you to give me the pass, but I don't want it. I'm holding strong.
You have the double pass.
It's a fuck. God, that's the worst thing I've ever fucking heard. No, that's not true. I've read Spider-Man written by Zeb Wells, but
Oh, that's true. I read one issue and I dropped it entirely, and I haven't.
that's an impression.
I read the annual. That was it. I read the annual. That's it. I did not care.
Here's the thing. Hollow's Eve is a great book in a shitty situation.
Exactly.
It's sort of stuck in the middle, sort of like limbo event of dark web like that. Also,
Hollow's Eve. Hollow's Eve as a character should not exist, but now that she does, this book is like it's pretty good, and
it's like a Silk situation.
Yeah, and the fact that it's so funny because the adage holds true that Spider-Man is written very well in books not called Spider-Man. Like Peter in that book is pretty cool.
Funny. It's funny. I felt the exact same way about Black Panther being in Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, he was cooler in that movie. I didn't like Black Panther. I really wanted to. I didn't like that movie very much. But I liked him. I loved him in Civil War. Thought he was dope.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It's
a
very simple story, but it
fall
works.
with more mystery, of course, is going to look cooler. But
Yeah, no, sure, of course.
it's more of a default situation. But yeah, I still liked his story in Black Panther, even if he had more of the mystique in his separate projects made by other people.
I apologize for changing the subject back to the Flash, but I was thinking about this the entire time. I watched the movie around the time it came out, and because I'm a Flash fan in denial, I was like, man, this is pretty good. I was like, oh my god, we had so many
it's good, guys.
Yeah, no, I was like, man, we had so many shitty seasons of the CW show after it got bad, and then it ended. I was like, whoa, we finally picked up the slack. We got a good movie, and then 2 days later, I was like, I thought about it, and this is one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen.
And
when my wife and
my friend is called Phantom Menacing.
No, it's not, because I will defend the prequels. Everyone who says the prequels are bad movies are wrong, and they need to be educated.
Oh well, I mean, compared to the sequels, they're like fucking masterpieces.
No, the prequels are just good movies. The prequels are just good movies, and people need to sit down.
One I don't actively like is Attack of the Clones, but I like the other two a lot.
People's minds are poisoned by the Plinkett reviews and just the memes in general.
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace is the worst thing I've ever seen since the birth of my son.
Revenge of the Sith is my second favorite Star Wars film.
The Plinkett reviews are wonderful pieces of art. It's not like a superior Spider-Man situation where I'm like, I hate what this has done to the fandom and I wish this never existed. Everyone who's like, I love
fandom is just toxic on their own.
But no, I will say it's funny you bring up Star Wars, because that was the exact same experience I had walking out of The Force Awakens for the first time.
Oh, me too.
My wife, so girlfriend at the time, we were like, wow. I unironically, I posted on Facebook that night, and I'm very
Star Wars is back.
I was like, I said, holy shit, best Star Wars movie. I'm so ashamed, but I did say that. And then
bite your tongue, sir.
What followed was Victoria and I talking about the movie more and more over the coming weeks. And it just the more we poked at it and prodded at it and picked at it, we were like, I fucking hate this movie. Holy shit. And and so she didn't want to watch the next one, but I was like, okay, but maybe it'll be good. And I didn't watch it. I just looked up the summary. Like the Wikipedia summary, so plot point by point, and I went, oh no,
the real way to watch a movie.
Yeah. Well, I think it's justified if it's if the plot that's there is gonna make you go no, fuck this,
not wasting your time.
Yeah. I'm not saying I can fully judge it on all levels because I haven't seen it myself. But if I'm
the trailer's already built for that.
but if I'm if I'm going to criticize story structure and I'm like, I have this story structure right here and it's ass. I feel like that's sufficient.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up these receipts real quick.
You go.
No, go ahead. I was making a joke.
Okay.
Go, please.
Okay. So for me, what happened with The Force Awakens was I was, I think, in late middle school, I think, when it came out. And one of my teachers was a really big Star Wars fan. And so I didn't see it in theaters. He brought a DVD into class and put it in and made the whole class watch it for a couple of days. And
which episode?
Force Awakens.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. So it was 3 days later because, we had to take breaks and stuff. So we walked out of that classroom and me and a couple of my friends were talking about it. I was like, whoa, this is such a good movie. And in my head, I was like, was it?
What?
And I remember I walked up to a friend of mine and I think it was one of my first moments of real media criticism, lucidity. I looked at him and I said, you know how I've been saying that I think this movie is good? I don't know why, but I feel like I've been lying.
Yeah.
And I haven't watched any of the other ones.
It'll be fun. You can live about it.
So
I have 60 Legends books on my shelf that I used to substitute.
Yes, the good canon.
Oh my god! I I cannot believe how
ones, really.
I don't understand how like more people aren't upset about this, but how Kathleen Kennedy came out and said that the EU was not canon, or like pretty much everything that wasn't movies except for like Clone Wars was considered non-canon. And
That
then
always was though. Like that was.
So
always
here's
the
my
case.
fucking problem with it. Like, they didn't need to totally decanonize it. They could have made their own canon and then been like, hey, we're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Let's just continue Legends as the novels. Like, have them be different continuity. Keep doing Legends in like published media because that's all they were doing it in anymore anyway.
well, exactly, because what when they ran out of ideas, what did they do with the Ahsoka show? It's like, oh, let's just do Heir of the Empire, but let's say we're not doing Heir of the Empire, and we'll make sure that the same villain is in there, but it's not going to be fought by Luke Skywalker. It's going to be fought by Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
The worst part is that be on principle when it comes out. When the movie thing happens that they're planning, I'm gonna have to fucking watch it. I'm gonna have to do.
No, resist,
That's the
my
best
friend.
part. I'm gonna be there day one.
That movie's
Literally,
never
that
gonna-
was when
that
I
movie's
got
never
into
gonna come
Star
out.
Wars. Was the Clone Wars? So,
That movie's
like, yeah.
that movie's a smokescreen. That movie's never going to come out.
I don't
totally.
mind that. I'm doing that. I'm watching it all.
You want to know
You
want to know the movie that's really gonna come out? Yeah, Ryan Johnson's trilogy, Ray movies, 3 Ray movies. They're coming. They're coming.
I will
they
tell
only
you,
said one Ray movie so far. But
No,
by the way,
really?
Daisy Ridley is an amazing actress. That's the really sad
Oh
thing.
yeah.
She's an incredible actress.
Everyone is. All of them are. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
sucks.
Yep.
I felt so bad for her when they brought her out on stage, and like the way that Disney's like going like financially is like, oh my god, baby, no, I'm so sorry, like you're not getting your movie.
Yeah. Well, I also, it has nothing to do. My opinion about it's never going to happen has actually nothing to do with the financial stuff. I just feel it in my bones that that's a project that is a pure smokescreen.
How do you know these movies aren't coming? A feeling.
In the fourth. It's just like,
For me, it's sort of the same reason why I don't think that like a lot of the like upcoming MCU movies are actually going to happen. Like the ones that haven't been cast yet, haven't been written, none of that shit, because they announced it like so far in advance that they haven't done anything for it yet. Like, didn't we just find that out? That apparently
They finally
like
canceled Wonder Man. So yeah, that was.
Oh, they did? Oh shit!
Yeah. Well, Wonder Man's is like in the trash now.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no. I think they're going to delay Fantastic Four. I don't think that's going to come out in Phase 4.
I do think it's going to come out though. I do think.
Yeah.
Oh, it'll come out. I don't think it's going to come out before Kang Dynasty though. I think it'll come out later.
Yeah. How do we feel? By the way, I only have about 30 minutes or 15 minutes rather, and then I got to bounce. But I just real quick, I wanted to see how everybody feels about the Daredevil shakeup.
I'm glad. I'm very glad because I
Vincent
think
D'Onofrio's words on the matter is frankly on point, which was the shakeups happen all the time when it comes to like this biz.
Mm-hmm.
And,
this gives us a chance to have Karen and Foggy back.
Yeah.
We have an actual. They're going to actually have a fucking plan. The fact that they haven't had Bibles, I think, may have almost killed me when I saw it.
Yeah. So much.
It does. It really does.
Writing the shit that I'm writing for the Marvel audios, I cannot go into that shit without at least some sort of plan. And they've been going into shit with no plan for like 5 years. I felt like I got shot when I read that.
Chris and I have had like hours worth of fucking discussions about like especially since Spider-Man right now is a prequel. We've had so many discussions about like where this falls into the timeline and how this, how this.
You got like one teenager's like problems in the middle of a timeline is trouble. Try an entire section of the species. Like,
as an aside, I will tell you it was a really funny thing. We have a new member of the team. I don't remember his name, so I feel bad. But there's this gentleman who joined us recently who wanted to write a Spider-Man story. And Christopher directed him towards me. You know, he's like, talk to Joe about yeah. And so he no spoilers, but he pitched this thing to me, and it was a good story idea. It had some elements that I hated, and I told him, I said, we're not doing that. But for the most part, I was like, I do like what you're doing, but I said, like, our Spider-Man as he exists right now, like, we're laying the groundwork. I'm like, I hate like Peter Parker perpetually in high school as much as the next guy, but I was like, I need to. We're doing a very different take, so I need to build him up first, and then when he gets to modern day, he's going to be more established. So I was like, where we're at right now with the character, like, you cannot do this the way that you want to do it. We need to tweak it because he's not ready for these like Omega level threats that you are like throwing like you want to do like later.
I want him to fight Kang the Conqueror and Thanos just by himself.
You have to like stick to the plan. Yeah,
it was very inspired by Into the Spider-Verse, and I'll say no more than that.
The spot.
I can't say anything. We'll see what happens.
That was probably the best way of introducing an adult Spider-Man. Was basically like, okay, here's it one last time. His name was Peter Parker. I've been by the spider. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know the rest.
Yeah. He's like, I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired.
I totally get like needing to stick to that plan. Like, Chris, can I talk about the thing that I'm the head of?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Am I allowed? Yeah. Okay. So Fantastic Four, my whole deal is that I need to be very fucking clear with people exactly who these characters are, because they have to go through a lot of development as people who have moved from the 60s to the 2020s and are currently trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And so anytime I bring it up, I've just been like, oh my god, please, like, I need everybody to understand, if you want to use the Fantastic Four in anything, they kind of suck right now. They kind of all suck. They're not great. They have to learn.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Latest adventure, the Fantastic Four: How to Figure Out the Electric Toothbrush.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Black people are people with rights? I don't understand this. It's a very bizarre concept to me. I need you to break it down.
One of the things arcs is going to be him going, "Oh my god, blind people are people with rights."
Oh no. Oh no!
And I don't remember which movie this is, but like they're like Brandon Fraser, like he like travels like out of time and like he's like in the future, but he's from the past, and like he ends up accidentally calling. Well, I mean, he doesn't accidentally. He sees a black woman and he calls her by a slur, and and the way he says it is just so casual.
That's what cost him Batgirl.
Wait, real quick. I do want to apologize. The way I made that joke was not what I intended it to sound like. That sounds way worse than I meant. What's actually going to happen is that... sorry. What's up? I interrupted everybody.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No.
I gotcha. It's not really a spoiler, but all that's really going to happen is that like he's going to meet Alicia Masters and he's going to be like, "Huh, I see." I'm not the only one whose life sucks.
To be fair, I'm not a Fantastic Four scholar, but the few books I have read, that feels like Ben's arc a lot of the time. It's like,
oh yeah,
I'm the Thing, and I'm so miserable. And it's like, okay, Ben, I feel bad for you, but like, there are so many other problems going on right now. But I have a rock penis, Reed. Why don't you understand my suffering?
Why aren't you trying to cure me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Reed, please. All I ask is a penis, a fleshy penis. That's all I want.
The rest of my body can be made out of rocks. My dick has to be made out of people.
It's all Reed. It's all very beautiful that my sweetie pie Alicia, fucking she's blind, and we got some weird blind mysticism shit going on. It's a little dicey, but she's always like, I can feel your soul, Ben Grimm, and you're beautiful, and that's great, and I love her for that. But listen, Reed, the things I would like to do, but there's some there's some fucking problems, Reed. There's some fucking problems, Reed. I need you.
Reed, I want to look
Reed, I don't think you understand this. I need this. Please give me a penis. You're the smartest man alive. I need the penis.
Yeah,
if my best friend could cross dimensions and like build hovercraft, like I would demand that too. I would be like, this is possible, Reed. Come on.
The fact that Doom and I don't know if Doom exists in your version, Kira, but I would.
Yes.
Okay. I did not see him on the casting call, and it made me sad.
I'm casting per episode right now.
Oh, okay. That explains. My time will come. There's a voice acting bucket list, and it goes Spider-Man, Batman, Dr. Motherfucking Doom. I've literally done like so much like sitting around just randomly just doing doomisms. Like I have a problem, okay? But
oh dude, I do the same shit.
Yeah, curse you, Richards! You will one day bow before the mad genius that is Dr. Doom. I will see you broke.
Doom, I failed.
Yeah.
If I fuck up Doom, I failed. He's like my favorite supervillain.
Oh, he's so great. But the fact, I agree with what people have said previously, where it's like the fact that Doom hasn't just like walked into the Baxter building and gone, "Here, Ben, you're good," and then like looked at me like.
Isn't that kind of the plot of the 2005 movie? I feel like that's the plot of the 2005 movie.
That literally was what happened in that movie.
Except I don't want it to be nefarious. I don't want like any fucking big secret reveal. I literally just want Doom to do it, just like completely no strings, just to look at Reed and be like, yeah. What do you?
He walks up to me. He walks up to him and he goes, "Look, I get it. My face is fucked up. You have a rock penis. I can fix you. You'll be fine."
Like, because here's the thing. That is the villain plot. Is he walks in, cures Ben with like a snap of his fingers, literally, and then fucking just goes, "That's right, Richards," and leaves. And then the whole rest of the story is just the Fantastic Four, like alternating between like looking for the strings and then also Ben being like, "Reed, you could have done this any fucking time, Reed. What the fuck?" Either you could have done this any fucking time, Reed, or he's way smarter than you. Like, which is it? Which is it, Reed?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. People need to understand this. It's the one thing that I think a lot of adaptations don't get, and I think a lot of like people who only vaguely know about the Fantastic Four don't get, is that Doom doesn't do the shit he does to Reed in the Fantastic Four because he hates the entire Fantastic Four. It's because he hates Reed. He's trying to measure. It's a dick measuring contest. It's a cosmic dick measuring contest. He's like, who can fuck up the world faster, Reed? Is it me or is it you?
Yep.
You guys ever see The Fairly Odd Parents when you were growing up?
Yeah, I did.
I like to.
When my wife
to
watches it now, I see it sometimes.
I like to think that. I like to think that Mr. Fantastic is Dr. Doom's Dingleberg. Like every time, like he accomplishes something, he just like. And he looks over and like, Dingleberg. He's like, Richards.
I can't wait to show y'all what I'm doing with my series, if that's what you think.
Who's that one idiot writer who made Doom into race science and it made me so angry? Oh, you've never seen that? Oh,
what the fuck? What?
There was some fuckhead writer who wrote, because I think he was like, Dr. Doom's evil, right? Evil people are racist, and he had fucking like Dr. Doom. He had Dr. Doom going off about race science, like it's like phrenology like means something. It was very icky, and I was so mad because I like went on this tirade where I was like, no. Doom would have no patience for racism. Doom would find racism to be the dumbest fucking nonsensical, ridiculous thing. And he would be like,
he would find it to be like primitive.
What is the point of what? If nothing else, he'd be like, what is the point of caring about a man when all men are beneath Doom? Like,
that's literally it.
You are all equal to each other under my foot.
Yeah, exactly.
But they already had the Hitmonger. Like, does the Fantastic Four not have enough racist villains? Like,
it's like Doom would think it's like stupid, not because he thinks it's evil, but because he literally thinks that like logically it doesn't make sense because logically he's the best. He's the best, so nobody should be fighting about it.
They all know their place.
Why are you fighting each other? Why aren't you fighting me? I could use some fighting.
No, why aren't you fighting for me? Because I'm right. You are silly little children for fighting me. You should all listen to what I have to say because my way is the right way and is the only way.
Like Doom is literally only a dictator because he just wants to prove to the world that he's better than everybody. That's literally it. Yep. There's no other reason for it.
Yep.
Like he made an entire legion of robots that look and sound like him and also act like him and are so convincing as him that people think they are him.
Doom is also the only product
he's
he's allowed to insult related to him.
Not just that, he's convinced a god to look into the futures to see what kind of outcomes would be the best, and the one would end up him ruling over everything.
Yep. Like, yeah. So he genuinely believes like everything he does is like the best possible outcome, and it's like, why can't you fools see that? Well, obviously because you're not Doom. But I always loved the writing for him in Secret Wars. I don't know if you guys have read.
Oh my god, Marvel Studios is gonna fuck that up so much.
Oh, I know, but the original comic from the 70s and the 80s is so good, dude, because it's right at that point where the writing is not quite as dated as it used to be. It's a little bit more modern, and it's so epic, and Doom in that is so good. Everybody else is like dunking on. Actually, Russian Comic Book Geek has a great short about this. It's so good, but it's true. It's so good. In Secret Wars, like everybody's like fucking dunking on Molecule Man, just like treating him like shit, and like Dr. Doom takes one look at him and is like, hello, my name is Dr. Doom. We are going to be best fucking friends. How you doing? Hey, yeah, I'm cool. Okay. And then Molecule Man is like, all right, Doom, you're okay. Don't go to school tomorrow. Fucking
Cannon to them. Cannon.
Yeah. That conversation happened off panel. Fucking Molecule Man gets like tired of everyone's shit. Somebody insults Volcana, so you just start hearing pumped up kicks like playing out of claws out of his fucking sonic arm, and Molecule Man just starts like fixing everyone.
I'm gonna be real. I love the most recent Secret Wars so much that I'm hoping I can build up to that eventually with Fantastic Four. I really want to, like really bad. I hope I get the chance to if the MADU doesn't take until I die in my 90s to do it, because we're going to be doing this shit a while.
I think I talked about this last stream, but I find it really fucking hilarious that a while back Chris was talking to us on the server that like eventually this project will end, and I'm like, I remember being like, not if we keep giving him ideas that make him go, oh fuck yeah, like
yeah. I remember like voicing Hulk. Voicing Bruce in the first Hulk thing, and I was like, damn, this is so cool. I hope this doesn't end anytime soon. Here we fucking are. It's 3 years. Like, Jesus Christ.
My suggestion to Christopher recently, as far as epic stuff goes, I was like, hey, you need to do this one Avengers thing, Christopher. And it needs to be a thing that everybody fucking hates. And I can't say anything about it because it's a massive spoiler, but I remember telling like Christopher, I was like, I'm going to pitch you this as like an Avengers event because I know you're doing like 3 or 4 Avengers things. I'm going to pitch one more. Yeah. We got to do this. And everybody hates it and I love it. And we're just going to do a badass version of it. And he's like, yeah, okay. I love that so much. There's so many things in that make people big mad. And I'm like, I love that though. Fuck you. I don't know. Can I talk about like just as can I reveal that what I said I would like to do at some point? We're thinking of adapting, or is that too much?
Yeah,
no.
Sure, yeah.
So we're thinking about doing the Age of Khonshu as a I was like, but let's do it cool. Let's make it cool. Let's make it like something that people like. So yeah, we might have a hey Mark, your mad god is like, you need to take over the world because it's the way to keep everybody safe and happy. And Mark is a dum sometimes, and he's like, I mean, all right, fine. And I just anytime I talk about Age of Khonshu, I just think about that thing that made everybody so mad when Mark all hopped up on Khonshu power. It was like, hey Thor, your hammer is moon rock, and it made everyone so big mad. And my wife, is the two. She doesn't read comics. She's like ADHD as fuck, so she can't handle the panels and the colors. It just doesn't work for her. I am so glad I'm not that kind of ADHD. But she does love the Avengers, and the one comic that she was able to read and loved, and we talk about it all the time, was Ellis's Moon Knight. So she has two comic book loves. It's Avengers and Moon Knight. And so I told her about Age of Khonshu, and I told her about the your hammer is moon rock bit. And she was like, fuck them, that's awesome. Like, she's like, I love Thor, but fuck them, that's awesome. Oh my god. But the Marvel nerds got so mad. They're like, no!
Yeah. Let's face it, there's been a million inconsistencies regarding Marvel anti-heroes and Thor's hammer. And, like, it keeps on happening now, so... it's not like it's new.
Give our boy Marky a fucking win here, dude. Like, come on, like let's roll with it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like come on, like, but yeah, we'd love to do Age of Khonshu at some point.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, what are you talking about? Like, why are you telling me these hacks to give them a pass? Why don't you do it yourself? Show them up.
Yeah, I guess I will. No, I'll just make everyone mad. I love making people mad. I'm just gonna do that.
Yay!
Oh, this is off topic, but because I brought up Hulk earlier, Chris, can I talk about some casting news relating to me specifically?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah. So a while back when we did the first Avengers, I had to drop out because I couldn't. I just wasn't able to voice the character anymore. But the person who's been voicing Bruce since then isn't able to do it anymore. And Chris sent me like the best sentence I have ever been sent in my life over Discord, which was, "Hey, do you want to play Bruce Banner again?" And I went, "Are you fucking serious?" Yes. And I'm so fucking happy because I dropped that role, and a couple months later I went, "Oh fuck, why did I do that?" And here I'm back and I'm happy because Bruce is like my favorite character, and I voiced that character when I was 17. I think I can do a better performance now. I hope.
Yeah.
Please. If I haven't improved since then I've done something wrong in life. That's all I'm saying.
If she gets it wrong, send her to the gulag.
You are going to Brazil.
No, if I get it wrong, send me to Gamma Base and like dissect me. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and then you're gonna break out of the jars and coalesce back into a full person and then smother that motherfucker. And Bruce is gonna have like existential dread. Like, I think we just like ate a guy. Like, fuck.
That implies that Bruce turns into me, a 130-pound trans woman.
the true Hulk story.
Yes.
Does that remind me of that SNL sketch?
Oh, is that the one with Idris Elba where he becomes like a Karen, basically?
I do have to say real quick. Sorry, everybody. I have to go. It was nice talking to everybody.
Okay.
Have a good one, Kira.
Yeah, you too. Everybody have a good one. It was nice talking to everybody.
Thanks so much.
See ya.
Peace out.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can stay for another couple minutes, but then I really have to go too. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't
I'm actually going to be taking off like probably like right now, but nice talking to you guys. That was really fun. I loved bitching about Batman and whatnot. And
yeah, this was a good stream. This is a good one.
Yes, it was really fun. Yeah, great stream.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
yeah, fuck therapy. It's too expensive.
Just do live streams and podcasts. Yeah, like real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll give Hatter this. He knows an exit line when he hears one. But yeah, no. Let's see. Latest episode of Apex Shadow is out for any of our Audio Anomaly viewers who care about
really
Apex
need
Shadow.
to catch up on that. I'm sorry. I've been like,
No, it's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Listen, those shows are a commitment. The latest one is an interlude episode though, so it's only like 10 minutes long.
Sweet.
Yeah, we've done 2 of those. Those are, so I do these things, I call them interludes because I don't I sometimes I'll have these things where I want to flesh out some scenes, or I'll have an idea for like usually they're conversation based. So it's like I'll have an idea for a conversation or an interaction between two characters, and it's like if I stick this into a fucking full on episode, it's gonna bloat the script like crazy. So where I can, I break them off into little mini episodes. So the format for interludes is that they have no narrator, and they're usually focused on like a small conversational scene that are still canon, still part of the story, but they're just like an addendum. You know, they're like a little extra piece of content that like you consume in between full length episodes. So we've done 2 of them so far. Second one came out today, and I think they work pretty well.
Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's a follow up to our second arc. And you haven't listened to it yet, Chris? I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it.
I gotta listen to it after this stream.
So gotta see the second arc in the first place.
Oh God! Oh, you only listened to the first. I
know. I told you. Like, yeah, I've just been like way too busy to like catch up with stuff.
Ah, man, no, that sucks, man. Yeah, no. I hope you like it. Yeah, there's a bit of content now, a bit of a backlog. We're still going strong.
Frankly, yeah, it's a good news to like, yeah, you have gone further there.
Yeah, I'm so mad that I can't make these faster. I'm so mad about it. I hate that we're only like halfway through season 1. It's going on like 2 years, but like I'm glad that the show is still going strong and the team is still fully invested.
It takes a long time to like make an original like audio story, and that commitment that's special, even in 2 years.
Yeah, if I could do this. If I could do this full time, I think I would have a much easier time. But unfortunately, I have a job now and have for a while now. So it's like, oh God, I can't devote every bit of energy I have to this. Eventually, the Patreon's going to come out though, and I'm going to be like, guys, give me your money. Chris is too much of a coward to do a Patreon. He should, but I am not. I love taking people's money. It is my favorite thing. Give me all of your money. I need it more than you. But everyone comment in chat that Christopher should start a Patreon for Audio Anomaly and bully him into it. Tell him that he needs. We all need to make money doing this awesome entertainment. Make him very uncomfortable.
That's not really how Patreon works, but
no, it's fine. Just be like, hey, like. You know, give us an opportunity to give you money, Christopher. Like fucking like create the opening. But it's all good. Yeah. Look at that. Leo's like, yeah.
There we go.
We got one person on the.
Let me give you money. It'd be really fun. Everybody, it just turns into the whole crew paying dues, basically. Like all the patrons are just members of Audio Anomaly. Just like, oh,
Is that Peter Parker life?
Yeah. Fuck. Dude. Okay, real quick before I leave. Thoughts on Spider-Man 2?
Oh yeah.
The game, yeah, I played through like so much of it. I think I basically completed Kraven's Last Hunt and the Black Suit arc at the same time.
Yeah.
At this point is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. How did you feel about it?
Like making a lot of impure jokes about Black Spider-Man versus Black Spider-Man. Sorry, Peter. I've got a new Black.
Yeah, I will say.
New Black Spider-Man here, Miles.
I'm trying to think of a way to, because I think it's still too early to be dropping spoilers like on the thing. I don't know if you've played. I'm sorry, Chris. How far? I should ask. How far have you gotten?
Wow, I'm not very far actually. I just did the I don't know if I could say. It's not like it's fairly early in the game, but
what are we doing? What are we doing here? What do you got? What do you got? How far are you?
Yeah. A certain lady was in this particular part with a magical thingy, you know.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah,
I'm so mad that that's all. I thought she was going to be a much bigger part of the game.
No.
I'm so
I was
mad.
more thinking that about Yuri than like Black Cat, but yeah.
Oh, see, that's really funny. I think that's fine. I don't think that count. I thought that Yuri was going to be a side character. I expected that.
I figured that was going to happen. I'm just personally disappointed.
Sure. I really like her in. I like her in the games. I thought Felicia was going to be a main character For some reason, I had that in my head. I thought she would be like a real supporting character.
That I feel is just more as the cliche created from like Spectacular Spider-Man, stuff like that, of just like the black suit arc just intrinsically being tied to her.
No. I don't. That's not where I mean, if you forget who you're talking to, like the Spider-Man super fan, that's not where my feeling of it came from. It was more just like.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's the common perspective there.
Oh yeah, sure, but no, like I just thought because coming off the DLC for the last game, I thought that's where we were going. You know, I thought
same thing with Yuri, really. So
yeah, sure. But Yuri was also a main character of the first game too, though. So Yuri almost had more of a reason, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But then when they showed like this is promo or this is trailer stuff, but like in the trailer leading up to the game, the fact that she was on like fucking Craven's like hit board. Honestly, everybody on that board. Everyone on that board is in the game less than I thought they were going to be. Let's say that. That was surprising.
It was all, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil that, but yeah.
Yeah, but everybody on that board is in the game much less than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
And I was very taken aback by that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
But
good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Glad to have you. How you doing?
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're doing well. Good. Great. Glad to hear it. Thank you. Fucking awesome.
45. Today I found out that porn is a thing. I will be very busy for the next couple weeks.
Guys, I have just discovered my new favorite thing. Oh shit, is that event happening right now? Sorry, keep talking. I'm sorry. Checking another thing.
Guys, did you know that the internet has images?
What?
Yeah.
Changes everything.
That's
okay. Yeah.
Before. I'm going to be busy for the next couple of days.
All right. I'm sorry. I have to leave the group orgy. I am late for another meeting.
Okay, but we won't save anything for you.
Christopher, I will touch base with you because nothing bad, but we should talk about some stuff. We should touch base and like.
Okay, Google, forget about all you've heard.
Plans for stuff. Yeah, like all good things. But I've been meaning to talk to you about like. I've been meaning to talk to you about some ideas and some content stuff, and I keep forgetting. So I'm going to try to message you tomorrow about some stuff that we could do for the channel.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Gentlemen, ladies, others in the chat, thanks for hanging with us. Everybody on the call, you folks are wonderful.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
No problem.
I'm going to dip. You all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next time.
See you next time. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
All right.
Good night.
Oh yes, there we go. And I guess he left. Okay. I didn't expect that, but that's cool. So Victor, have you been reading anything recently? Any fun comics or any sort of things like that nature?
Yeah, there is like a cool bit of like of course more of my X-Men research, which was actually into one of your favorites at Fraction, which was that he like pulled the most legendary move of all time for a retcon.
Oh really?
He retconned one of the names of the Frost sisters, the Cuckoos.
Oh, really?
The clones of Emma Frost, for those who are unfamiliar. And he retconned one of their names, so literally the first letters of each of their names would spell out Spice, as in the Spice Girls, which is just so legendary.
That's mad for you. That's amazing. I didn't know about that.
It's just one needed to be switched out in terms of the letters for it to work.
Oh man, he knew what he had to do. Oh, that's so good. Oh my god. I gotta check that out now. That's amazing. Yeah, I've been meaning to look into more of his stuff. I've only really read his Hawkeye stuff, but he has like the Thor run and stuff like that. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, my main deal right now is, of course, like one of my favorites being like Wing. It's just like been amazing.
Oh heck.
Like with the X-Men work, like as well as the Avengers. Though really, in terms of the Avengers stuff that I originally got into his writing for. That was more, basically an X-Men book where like Sunspot of the New Mutants, he buys like AIM, makes an AIM sponsored Avengers team. So
Interesting.
Yeah, that was kind of an X-Men thing as well, but it was really cool. Like exposed to a ton of different characters, some of which were Ewing's own creation. So that was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Where also another case where you only find these characters that have become my favorites in Ewing's books, not anyone else's. So it's like I just have to wait for an Ewing book to spawn them back into the Marvel universe again. In some cases, like for X-Men characters, that's usually where you'd find them anyway, which would be in another X-Men book.
Yeah, there's that.
Like he's currently on them on like most of their books, so yeah, like a big deal there. There's also the previews of the new Ultimate Universe. That one I've also been checking out stuff too, where Peach Noke is doing a new X-Men book in the Ultimate Universe, the new Ultimate Universe. So it's brand new canon. Focused around Armor, which, pretty underrated character. Only reason that I haven't introduced her into the MAU is because, how do you do such a visual character in an audio format?
That's a good point.
I was just I could not figure how. So far. Eventually I might, if I do find out a method, but no, not right now.
Yeah, it takes some thinking for that one. Yeah, that's definitely tricky.
Yeah. The other ones I've had in the cast so far, they're characters that can work in an audio sense and sometimes could even thrive in it.
Yeah.
I see the potential worrying in my mind about that. In fact, I have a huge scene right now that I'm writing, as we speak, of
right now.
a lot of elements that can work in audio, and I really feel that would be a phenomenal fight scene for the audio anomaly there.
That sounds exciting. Yeah, it can be kind of tricky. Sort of like comics are very visually very visual media. So yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to think through how.
Especially the X-Men were created in a sense where Stan just had a whole bunch of assorted powers and were just let's just give them all these people, just put them all in this one school, just toss them in there. Know what they can do. Which was a nice starting point to figure one out. Bobby is cool, literally, and metaphorically, and Beast is kind of subversion, and Angel head to the clouds kind of deal.
Love it.
Dean very studious. Obviously has brain powers. Therefore, and Cyclops, eyes of the team. It's a kind of Ninja Turtles type gimmick that leads to actual characterization after the initial concept. Which was a good start to things, and now we have a billion mutants created under that same visualization aspect. But now I have to undo that for characters that would then fit for an audio format.
Oh, yes, true.
And that is a really cool aspect there with this new Ultimate Canon, though, in the visual sense of Armor being the main character of this new Ultimate X-Men.
Oh, really?
They also have another idea that's interesting of the first time actually having a Black Panther focus to the Ultimate Canon.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was really cool. I like that.
So yeah, we never had a Black Panther book in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, glad that's remedied now. That's cool.
Yeah. It's also technically a Moon Knight book, since in the Ultimate Universe, Moon Knight is the antagonist.
Oh,
this new thing.
I did not know that. Huh. That's interesting.
It's kind of an interesting idea, given like the godly involvement of the Ennead.
Yeah, and given like his first appearance as like his antagonist guy, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, for Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
He was the villain technically.
Yeah.
It's
really cool.
Mercenary dude.
Bad boy.
Which is kind of the commonplace, really, with our anti-heroes of Marvel.
Mercenary, yeah.
Them just used as mercenaries, where just like
every time.
And then every time Marvel then has to like retract their merc status.
Pretty good now that they're not a merc.
Yeah. It's just like, hey Bob, my merc duties just suck, so
my merc
join this school. And like Frank Castle is going, who knew being a merc meant I have to work with the criminals I'm killing?
This is backwards. What's going on here?
I'm leaving the merc business like right after my first job of trying to kill this college student. So it's a good thing I was an oopsie on that one.
Yeah, right.
I didn't actually kill him.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Man.
Like, yeah. That's really all of them. I think the only one who wasn't like of a whole spin-off character deal was Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Like T'Challa was actually just a merc, but he stopped doing that just to run an entire
keeping it going.
Country.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that sounds like some fun reading though. Yeah, definitely some great stuff.
Yeah. I look forward to like more X-Men on both fronts, just like main canon as well as an Ultimate. I look forward to like new angles of the X-Men, but also like the X-Men are going back to the status quo, like in the main comics. That can kind of be interesting in terms of how they're presenting it because it's from a new angle now.
Yeah.
Or like Marcus is of course against the X-Men. And it's kind of different from the Sentinels because, well, look up in the sky and instead of Sentinels, it's giant Iron Man.
Yeah, yes.
My internal Iron Man fandom is just like, why?
What have you done? Oh man, it seems like a pretty nice time to be an X-Men fan. There's a lot of different X-Men projects, and isn't there like there's like the original X-Men comic that's happening, right? Like the original team or something like that. I remember like seeing some sort of like preview.
Yeah, that was a bit ago, but yeah, the original 5. But yeah, that was a fun series for sure.
That looks cool.
I mean, except for how it ended. But,
oh no.
Where Jean Grey forcibly outed Bobby as gay.
Jean, come on, that's not cool. Oh man.
Sans Phoenix Force. It wasn't Madeline who was doing it.
Oh no.
It was just her.
Jean.
Jean.
Speaking of Jean, have you there's that new Jean Grey series.
Ooh, yeah.
I haven't yet. Have you read any of that?
Yeah, I did read some of the issues there. Like that is a cool concept. I mean, unfortunately, it's happening as she is dead, so like it's inevitably going to spark the like, yeah, Jean's not dead.
Yeah, true. There's that.
Like it's a time travel story where like, yeah, it's Jean running through the possibilities of how she could save herself. Like prevent the events of her death, which was Marcus destroying Krakoa and preventing like the time of peace that the X-Men have had for a while now. Like oddly enough, since 2020, the X-Men have had it good in 2020. Everyone else has had it suck, but the X-Men.
No, they're living great.
Yeah, they literally had the orgy kingdom. Like, come on, doing all right.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really interesting though. Yeah, I almost picked it up, but I don't know why I didn't. But the first issue when it came out, but I'd love to look at that. That sounds like a fun series. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good thing. Like I liked that one also technically actually is an original 5 reunion thing. So you're kind of right on that one. That we did have a recent original 5 thing.
Yeah.
Original 5 being the original members of the X-Men since they originally started as 5 members of the team.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're kind of going back to that right now, where like the X-Men being in hiding means that there's only 5 right now.
That's pretty neat.
Um,
Callback.
yeah. I mean, it's with new members, The Beast
True,
is
true.
currently evil, so and Jean is dead.
Yeah, I can't exactly have them. Yeah.
And oh yeah, Mr. Sinister stitched up Cyclops' eyes, so he's not going to be doing anything.
Oh no, my boy.
Poor guy.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds interesting. That's sort of a random but Jean Grey related. When I first got into comics, I was just sort of like reading whatever, and one of the comics I read, I didn't know anything about comics, so I just like saw the characters like, oh, these look cool. Like I read like this like I didn't know it was like a Secret Invasion tie-in. There's like a Secret Invasion tie-in for Black Panther. That's all I've been reading. I've been reading since Secret Invasion. But yeah.
No worries, I got into comics around Secret Invasion, so
Oh,
yeah.
hey, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good time to get in. There's like this like X-Men
But you can't trust anybody.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, there's like X-Men Origins Jean Grey comic or whatever. I remember like reading. I read it like a few times. I didn't have very many comics, so I read it a few times. And
Ooh.
yeah,
I remember those. The Origin solo deal. It's kind of a bit of a spoiler, but yeah, those were the basis, I think, of a bit of what I've done with some of the Origin stuff for the MAU X-Men was like take a research into that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
those are cool.
They're like nice solo tidbits getting into the minds of some of the characters.
Yeah, that's a good spot to draw inspiration from. Yeah, I gotta see if I'm sure I still have it. I looked through all my old comics like a few weeks ago. I have them in like these boxes that are those plastic boxes.
It's like the art is brilliant. So
it is. Oh my god, yeah. I can still like sort of visualize some of the things from that even now after over 10 years. But yeah. I looked through my boxes of comics. There are like some things I forgot about. There's like a lot of nostalgia because all the things that I found. There's like the Bucky Cap stuff from the Brubaker run. And I didn't even know that Bucky was Cap. It was kind of funny, like thinking like now, like oh yeah, I just did not know. I just read this thinking it was just Steve. I was like it's Steve. What's up?
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I felt the same way about Secret Avengers when they were doing that, and. Well, mainly because, like, yeah, they were just calling him Steve Rogers, so I assumed it's just like, and he still wore like a Cap-esque outfit, like when he went by Steve Rogers. So it's just like, okay, I guess he's just like taking an outfit change in between books. Like, hey, just not feeling cowl today.
Yeah, he's not having it today. Yeah, it was really cool.
He's having a good hair day and wants to show it off.
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta show it off. Yeah. Yeah, it was really trippy looking back at that stuff. Like. I started with the Lady Bullseye stuff for Daredevil, so I found those.
Yeah.
And, what else was it? I didn't. So there's like we were just talking about a little bit ago with Joe. The Ellis run for Moon Knight from 2014. There's a follow-up series. I forgot who does it. John, I think he's writing the Venomverse stuff right now, I think. And that's pretty good too.
Yeah, it was Black Widow as Venom. Like,
yeah, that's pretty sick.
Checking that out. That was really cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that looks really cool.
So like, I heard like one person pointed out. So I was like reading it, just like going like, I'm surprised it took until now for a character named Black Widow to get the symbiote.
That's a great point.
Just like it gave me a light bulb of just like. Why not? Actually, like
yeah,
what
right. You guys will wait on this.
I had to take it this long.
Oh yes, yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, so like I think Dunn was on it for like issues 7 to 12, so like it was like 6 issue swaths. Like Ellis just did 1 through 6, and the ending of 6 is really great. It's a great sort of wrap up for that sort of run there. And then of course continues on in a pretty great way too with 7 through 12. But I didn't realize there's actually a continuation after that Dunn left after 12, and I think it ran until I want to say it was 15 or 17. It was something. And I was like, wait, what the? I was looking through the comics like, wait, what the hell? What do you mean issue 15? Like it stops at 12, but I completely forgot there was like another continuation after that. So I've got to look back on that. So it was really trippy, like seeing comics I remember, and then like some stuff was like, wait, this existed? What are you talking about? What do you mean this exists?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's hard to like pick up on like previous runs and like try and put the pieces together, but
yeah.
I try the best I can. Recent omnibus collections have been helpful in that
Yeah,
regard.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna like try and look back on find through omnibuses to like check out issues I missed when the compilations roll together.
Yeah,
Or, like, yeah,
yeah,
even for X-Men books I've already read.
Yes, yeah, getting the full scope. Yeah, I love that about omnibuses is that yeah, you have it all there. That's I use Marvel Unlimited sometimes, and it's cool, it's great, but it's also like sometimes like you don't quite know exactly like where to go in certain places. Like, oh wait, I should have read this annual first. Oh, and stuff like that. So, those the omnibuses are really helpful. Like I love like the volumes and like the omnibuses themselves. Like the Jed McKay Moon Knight stuff is helpful because it has the Devil's Reign stuff in there, and it has the annual as well, like in its proper place. So love that. So that's helpful.
Yeah, I think a couple of runs are being put together so far. Like I mentioned, I think before that, like I recently got the cool deal on House of X.
So cool.
Yeah, I have to read that at some point because like a lot of good developments there on their initial Krakoa run before the fall of Krakoa, which is the latest era. Only finished now.
Yeah.
You're now in the fall of Krakoa. That's the whole deal there.
Always, yeah.
It's a good run. I'm sad to see it go, but happy to see where it goes next.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. This X-Men stuff seems pretty cool. That's I've been keeping up with it, but I've been keeping up with Alpha Flight though. Alpha Flight has been really good. I just read the second issue this weekend. That was great.
Ooh. I didn't know they released a second issue yet. I should really check
I
that.
think the third one comes out, or well, what's today? Wednesday? Yeah, I think the third one came out today. I think I know it's coming, or oh, maybe it's not today. Maybe I don't know. I'll have to look at the release calendar.
Either way, yeah, I have two so far.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it is today. Yeah, it's it's like a cool one with cool cover with Nemesis there.
Ooh.
Yeah. pretty.
Oh yeah. Now I remember the preview was that Nemesis is coming out. I was like,
yeah. So looking forward. It's crazy. Like the last Alpha Flight I looked it up. I was like, I think the run started in like 2011 or something. So it's been like over 10 years. That's crazy. Wow.
That is insane. Like they are vastly underrated to the point where like.
God, they are.
Again, Thanos snapped his fingers and all of Alpha Flight disappeared.
That's brutal.
Apparently, things needed to be perfectly balanced except for Canada.
Canada just gets screwed. Damn. Oh, yeah, but Alpha Flight is amazing so far. Loving it. So.
House is like, your healthcare is already good.
We don't need
your superheroes are gone.
You'll be fine without him. Oh yes. That's a one I love. There's some pretty good stuff out right now. Like the McKay run of Moon Knight's ending, but we still have his Avengers. We have the Hulk run right now is amazing and incredible I should say. And
gotta make it fitting with the branding.
Yes, I haven't read Avengers Inc. yet, even though my profile is one of the variant covers. But I'm excited though. It looks really cool. I haven't looked into it yet, but I do have the first issue.
Oz detective series. Yeah.
That sounds so cool. Yeah, I love that. There's a new Avengers. I forgot who's writing it. I just saw it today. The preview for it today. Oh God, it's someone big. I'll have to look it up. Let me see. I don't even remember what it's called actually.
We're checking out Uncanny, but for obvious reasons. But
yeah, that looks pretty cool.
I'm not sure if that one's what you're talking about.
Oh
but,
no, it's coming out next year. Yeah, let's see. I think it's like towards the end
of
January.
Different.
Oh, here it is.
Oh wait, it's Alex Ross's thing, right? It
Oh,
says
hmm.
he's doing a future book. Like,
Oh
okay.
yeah. There's also oh, it's Chip. Yeah, Chip is doing the Avengers Twilight. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, Twilight.
Yeah.
And I remember it. Yeah, that one was pretty good.
That looks cool.
Sure.
Yeah, they just
I mean, obviously it's gonna look cool because of the art, but yeah,
it's true.
like the
Yeah.
story also looks like an intriguing premise too.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like get to the future because that's where Alex Ross feels most at home.
That's true. Oh man. Yeah. Speaking of Alex Ross, sort of whatever. Or wait, is have you ever heard of Marvel? Was it Marvel Ruins? Or yeah, I think that's it. From the '90s. Yeah, it's sort of like alternate kind of Marvel's thing in a sense.
Oh, not really.
Oh, yeah, it's really interesting. It's also Warren Ellis who did Moon Knight and Extremis, the Iron Man Extremis stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. It's like it's like I don't know if it's like the darkest comic that I've seen from Marvel. Probably not, but it's pretty freaking dark. It's like instead of like everybody getting superpowers, it's like a horrible virus, and it's pretty wow. It's quite the I
Yeah, them as normal people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And yeah, like Peter Parker is like horribly like diseased and stuff like that instead of being Spider-Man. It's like it's pretty
Yeah.
it's pretty horrific.
Happens if you're actually bitten by a radioactive spider.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's very grounded in that sense. It's pretty looks pretty horrific. I've seen a video on it, but I haven't actually read it. But God, I think it might just be like I don't know if it's a one issue thing because it seems like it was pretty short.
Yep.
But
Really, like, the only way it could be more tragic is if, Peter Parker suffers the same losses as Spider-Man. Like,
Oh God.
your uncle died, Peter. Oh no, it was because of my great responsibility to him. No, he actually just got mugged on the way to the hospital because, you have all these cancerous tumors all over you.
Oh man. Oh God. Yeah. That's.
Oh, also your girlfriend just fell off a bridge. She just tripped.
God. Oh, the tragedy of Peter Parker never ends. Yeah, it looks really interesting. Yeah, it seems like quite the, whew, quite the story. I know how it ends. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, I guess it's not necessarily like like kind of like a combination of Marvels and Earth X in a sense. Because it has like
Yeah, I
genres
guess
or
it's
whatever.
kind of that kind of vibe there.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. Yeah, I just found it randomly. I think I was just like on like a Marvel server, and someone was talking. I was like, "Wait, what is Marvel Ruins?" And I looked up. I was like, "Jesus Christ, what is this?"
Yeah, there was random alternate universe also had like Spider-Man without powers that was pretty interesting. Was actually thinking this could have been and like the premise for their like Silk show that they're doing on Amazon from Sony. Like this could ultimately be the premise, which was like Peter Parker never got bit by the spider. So like he has like still tries to do the same stuff as before. In fact, he tries to stop the mugger that like killed Uncle Ben, and then gets put in crutches from like trying to do that.
Interesting.
So he just continues his life as just this high schooler.
Huh.
And like as a struggling kid, but actually like ends up having a better life. People like Flash Thompson and like Harry Osborn and his friends. It's kind of wholesome in that way, despite things initially being pretty bad. Then eventually, like Cindy Moon like becomes the superhero Silk, because she was also bitten by a spider in the main Marvel universe. So Peter Parker like supplies gear for her as like a powerless dude. And like they work together as like a crime fighting team. Like that's kind of wholesome that Peter Parker still gets to be a hero.
I like that. That's really cool. Yeah, that sounds.
Right,
awesome.
not being Spider-Man.
I'd be totally if that's what the series is gonna be for Amazon. I'm down for that. That's awesome. Love that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind them changing Silk's origin just for that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So you wouldn't have to constantly deal with fans going like, "Where's Spider-Man? Where's Spider-Man?"
He's right here. He doesn't have any powers. Okay.
Like, knock it off, people. He's going through a lot in crutches, man.
He's going for
Like Uncle Ben is still alive. Like it's probably like the best canon, and it's the one where he doesn't have access to his legs.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool.
Turns out he just needed to sacrifice that, and his life's good.
Yeah, right. No eggs for you, and everything is okay. Oh man, yeah, that's some good stuff though. Yeah, I love the sound of that. I'm only like loosely familiar with Silk. She was in what was it, like the 2015 Spider-Man or something? I forget which one it was, but I remember like I was reading Spider-Man.
It was mainly like Dan Slott's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
where like she was trapped in a bunker to avoid the inheritors, the energy vampires, and then they had the very porn-like premise of the fact that her being bitten by the same spider means that her and Peter are like magnetically drawn to each other sexually.
Right. Yeah, I remember. I did read that.
Which, like, it's just like an iffy scenario entirely. Like in so many degrees.
Yeah,
I'm glad that they veered off that course for her own book and just like made her an actual character.
Yeah, that's I remember that. Yeah, I was reading that run, the Dan Slott stuff from 2014. Yeah, I when I was looking through my my old comics, I saw that that first monumental issue. That was cool. Yeah. And then I think she got a series after that, didn't she?
Yeah, she got like multiple series now, which are pretty good stuff. She has adventures with like her family, and her own scale of adventures. I think when I first got into her book, the most shocking thing is that she is the only Spider-Man or Spider-Person in this case that J. Jonah Jameson likes.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Which is just hilarious to me.
The honor, that's not an honor he bestows upon anybody. God, I remember, that Silk series. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I was reading.
They're all a menace except for her.
Except for her, she's cool. She can stay. God, I need to reread some of that stuff. I haven't read that since 2014, and whenever the Silk series came out, so I was looking for the covers.
Yeah, I think that was like 2017. I think was when they started doing Silk stories. But because previously she was mainly just interluding into the Spider-Verse events because like inheritors were after her mainly, so I set up that plot thread somehow.
Yeah, it's crazy too. Like thinking about like how fast like some of these characters become like so popular with Silk, and then of course like obviously with Spider-Gwen, like she just like 2014 was when she first existed with the second issue of the Edge of Spider-Verse.
And it was also like at the point where like her live action counterpart was dead. So
that's true. Yeah, that's a great point. So I was a big fan of Spider-Gwen when that comic came out, and I was glad to see that.
I don't think it was a coincidence. It was like Gwen Stacy was on everyone's mind.
Exactly.
So,
so I may as well, right? Yeah. I'm still sad that that Gwen Stacy series got canceled before it finished from like 2020. That was cool. I was like, I read the first issue, like this is great. When's the next issue? And then COVID, and I looked back. I was like, they never made the third issue. No. That's so sad.
Yeah. It was like sad. A lot of books were like abruptly stopped from that. Some did continue and like had a pretty successful run, but all did.
I missed out on a lot of comics. I stopped reading comics for a while then because I couldn't go out to get the comics. So I was reading Marvel's X. I still haven't finished that. I've only read the first 2 issues. I gotta read the rest of that, see what happens.
Indeed, I'm behind on a few.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's so many comics, only so much time to read. Oh yeah.
It's like the Spider people did take the world by storm, especially because the Spider-Verse events create so much inspiration.
Yeah, they're still making Edge of Spider-Verse stuff these days.
I love the wholesome nature of like the fact that, for example, like one character is created by like a fan artist
Oh,
of
yeah.
Sun Spider,
Yeah. That's
who
cool.
was like wheelchair bound,
Yeah.
paraplegic spider person.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it was inspiration from the movie. Like, yeah, that was like the craze that the character came from was like a fan design there. I didn't like how Across the Spider Verse just reduced her down to like wheelchair jokes mainly. I know it's a comedy film, but like do something of substance with her character later on in the project.
Just like with Ben, yeah.
Like Ben Riley, at least like there was like a stylistic difference with him that like was kind of cool. Like the '90s, shadows across his body and stuff.
Love that.
That was a cool aspect. Like they definitely had that element there. And both Sunspire and Ben Riley had good voice actors chosen for them both. So yeah, that was a cool aspect there. But maybe Beyond the Spider Verse will provide more from them both.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
people like expecting something like Ben betraying Miguel is just like no.
Yeah.
Like Ben Riley is currently the one on the wrong side in the comics right now, so like.
Yeah, there's that.
You should be thankful he's even in the Scarlet Spider identity and not just going full on chasm on Miles.
Yeah. Oh man, my goodness.
You take what you can get, people.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Oh yes. Yes. Yeah, it's been fun. I think I should probably end the stream here, but yeah, it's been fun. Thank you very much for joining us, Victor. Always so much fun having you. Of course, always fun. Yeah, being in the podcast together and stuff. Sorry that I missed the last one. I'm looking forward to the.
That's all right. Yeah.
Yes.
A fun one being put together for that. Hopefully.
Yes. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, thank you again. Yes, it was tons of fun. This is a great stream. Yeah, very
yeah.
stream. And happy Halloween to everybody at home. It's not quite Halloween yet, but
it will be soon.
Yes.
Gotta get an evil laugh.
Evil laugh, so yes. All right. Yes. Well, yeah. I'll talk to you next time, Victor.
Yeah.
All right. I hope you have a good night.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
You too.
Oh, thanks. Bye. Bye-bye. All right. So there we go. That was the stream. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, everybody that stopped by, everybody that commented. Means a lot. Lewa, Soplo, Kira, of course, for commenting too. And everybody that also joined in the chat too was very nice. Very easy to call. Nighthawk, of course. Who else? There's somebody else too. Golden as well. Yes, thank you very much. If you have a nice time, I'm gonna give you just a really small preview for something real quick. It's incredibly small. We're working on it. We have about half of it done. It's been a long process. There's a lot of things going on with it, but we're working on it. So this is just a little small tiny piece of something for She-Hulk. If I can, here it is. Let's see. 24 seconds, so don't expect too much. But here we go. This is something that our brilliant writer for She-Hulk and the voice of Thor, Red Skull, and Punisher has created. We're both editing it. I'm working on sound effects and pacing and stuff like that, and he is going to be doing the music. So, and of course, wrote a brilliant script and has been running the project, of course. So here we go. Let's listen to this little commercial that he edited. I did not edit any of this. This is all him. So, great job, AJ. Let's listen.
Need a lawyer? Call 1-800-555-7272. Car accident? We can swerve right into a lawsuit. Custody battle? Well, to the winner will go to the spoils. And then the child support. Wrongly accused of crime you didn't commit? I can get you off. Legally, I can get you off legally. Call 1-800-555-7272 for a free consultation with Jennifer Walters, attorney at law, located on 92nd Street in New York.
It's amazing, right? Like it just like captures that sort of like Saul Goodman type commercial advertisement, so it's amazing. That was Shadow as Jennifer Walters. Fantastic, really amazing performance. I'm looking forward to all of you being able to hear all of the fantastic performances in this project. It's amazing. Great script, amazing scripts, great comedy, a lot of emotion, drama, all the works. Everything you want from a She-Hulk audio drama. Yes. So yeah, thank you all once again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. Love doing these. We're gonna be doing another one, probably in December. Maybe November. Not sure. I wouldn't mind doing these like once a month instead of like once every other month, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyways, I'll see you all next time.